No. Well, hey, we got to get everything set up, but we're going to get started here in just a second. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
All right. This is the first night, so I have to do this weird get all the shit set up thing, but I have to do it live. Beep.
Make sure my phone is muted or on vibrate or on don't make a sound.
How do I host? How do I host a stream?
Go to
Oh
your
no,
channel.
your sound.
What's
Go to
wrong?
your channel and do /host space channel name.
Oh,
But
okay.
do it in your chat.
It's doing the crackly sound.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
It
is
happened to me
indeed.
when I was using the Adobe program.
okay. Best I can do is reset it then.
Well, that mute button is gonna be my friend.
I know, right?
Beep.
I'm drinking beer.
So can I just rejoin this act? Would that be alright?
Oh my god, friends! Yeah, go ahead and rejoin. We'll see what happens. It'll be terrifying.
You got it. Get it back.
I'm not gonna look at chat. I'm gonna minimize. I'm hosting, and I'm going away.
I do have to wait for him to rejoin to do anything, though, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Doing it live, motherfuckers! None of this is a secret. This is me getting the camera set up.
Well, I thought maybe.
Because I had to wait for everyone to be here to do it. Sons of bitches.
I usually wait for everyone to get here to do it too.
Doesn't Kim look amazing? I'm just finishing up my snack. Today's stream brought to you by the
Every single
Department
thing
of Beer and Wine. For all the finest beer and wine that you might want. The Department of Beer and Wine. Oh, he's back. Okay, I can do this now.
Test. Is it all good?
Yeah.
Sounds good now.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Sounds good.
All right.
I want just chat.
Svencam.
jeez, guys.
Svencam.
All right, I don't know if I. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I can get just your chat to show up, Throck. How the heck?
I don't
You
know.
can pop this out too.
I'll pop yours out too.
I don't know.
I'll pop yours out.
I'll pop yours out. Sounds bad. Sorry.
That was why I said it.
I want
That's
to
the point.
Brought to you by
disable
Svencam.
my video avatar on
Beep.
Roll20.
If you go to settings,
Alright.
beep. Benjamin.
Benjamin.
VinCam. To the VinCam. Like, up one. Then, give it to me. Give it. Yeah. Where are you
Ooh, this might work. Ooh, yes.
Oh, sweet.
So many windows.
So many windows. Tell me about it.
All the windows.
There we go.
Hello.
Yep, I did it. No more voice, no more Oh, I bet Roll20 might be messing up
Beep.
my audio. That might be why.
Beep. Beep. Isn't Kim fabulous? Kim is fabtabulous.
You guys. You guys.
You guys.
You guys.
No, you guys.
Oh, you
Jax
always guys.
Cam. Bring it into Jax.
Critical Role.
Everyone say hi to Jax.
Hi, Jack.
Jax.
Look, she's on screen now.
Oh, I'm on screen.
No, I'm not looking at screen.
I know I can't see the
Heyo.
the stream either. I also can't read the comments.
Can't read your stupid comments.
Hey.
All right.
It's probably just not loaded.
The problem with having streamed early to let people come on meant I could not set up the camera early enough, so now I'm doing it this way. Do it live, motherfucker.
Fuck it,
We'll do it live. Do it live.
Fuck it.
And
We'll
last
do
but
it
not
live.
least, my lovely smush.
You're smush.
My smush. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Put you over here. Make you a little bit smaller. Oh my god, my head's shrinking. Alright. God, boosh. Alright.
He's praying for his life.
Boosh! Okay.
Oh, I got whiskey and beer.
Is everybody ready? Everybody got their
Set.
booze?
This is
Everyone
a
to start a
Friday
new
night.
game of D&D.
Yeah.
I love it. It's the greatest thing in the world. Everyone sounds good. Everyone looks good. I have the prettiest group of gamers ever. I'm pretty excited about this. You ready to
More in
play?
the average there. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's the facial hair. You're part of Team Facial Hair. And that's all that really matters.
It makes up for
Chubby
all.
guys with beards, some people think we're cute. And that's okay.
Oh, Andrea, we forgot to grow our beards.
I know.
Bad.
I'm growing mine. You just can't see it.
We have 2 more, right?
No, this is it for today.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yep.
We'll have one more joining next week. But
Yes. We'll have one more joining next week. Yeah, so we'll be good. Are you ready to get started?
No.
Ooh,
Yes,
I love it.
very ready. Very ready to go.
All right.
Yes. Well, other than needing to grab my drink, but I'll do that later when.
Okay. Waterdeep. One of the great jewels of the Sword Coast goes on as it ever has, its rhythms of days bustling with cracking cartwheels, ship bells signaling the port for entrance, and the calls of hawkers in the many markets, giving ways to the nights of clinking ale mugs, singing bards, and skulking sneak thieves looking to turn a coin. It is spring in the north, and the world is in renewal after a long, hard winter. And with the end of winter comes the adventuring season in full swing. Rumors abound of increasingly erratic attacks by giants in the far northlands of Icewind Dale, and strange weather phenomena and other oddities just a few days up the road in the Desserin Valley. But to a Waterdavian, this is just another year with another set of rumors. Rumors that weave into the tapestry of the city life, but are just strands that make up a part of a far larger whole. You, adventurer, whether you've been here for years or simply weeks, finds yourself as one among many in this great city of nobles, merchants, scoundrels, and simple folk. And, this night in particular, you find yourself in the comfortable environment of the Rusty Breastplate Tavern, a bustling, moderate-sized beer and breakfast in the center of town. On stage is a gregarious tabaxi, that's you, Jax, engaging the crowd in a sing-along while barmaids and matrons weave through the thirsty crowd, making sure everyone is well lubricated. Here, in this inn is where your story begins. As you take in the festivities, a fog, low-lying and almost imperceptible at first, begins to fill the room. At the moment, it's only up to about your ankles, but it seems to be building up. What do you do?
Great question. Are we going in turn?
No, people can just speak out here.
Oh, and we're all here.
Yeah, everyone's so. To set the scene for you guys, you're in a medium-sized bar. It's got a large hearth. Standing in front of the hearth is a stage that Jax, our tabaxi bard, is playing on right now, leading a sing-along. The rest of you are sitting out in the crowd, as you would in the groups that you may be sitting in. And each of you notices this fog start to slowly fill up, just up to your ankles, including all 4 of you. Yeah,
Inside the room.
inside this inn. Yeah.
Can I tell where it's coming from, or
It seems to
is there a
be
point of origin?
rising up from the ground.
Okay, like equally everywhere, just
Well, I am singing along to the bard's wonderful tune. I am interrupted from my singing by noticing this fog, and I am quite surprised.
I
How
just
do you-
keep on singing. I'm like, la la. There once was a maiden. Ooh, special effects. So I should keep singing. So I do.
Excellent.
looking around nervously. I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from.
I'm going to keep an eye on the Kazara, and I also want to take a look around to see if I can point out the origin of the fog. Is there a caster that I can see clearly in the crowd?
Make an Arcana check, which would be
Gladly.
okay.
Mr. Game Master, I have a question.
Yes, you don't notice any. I mean, there's certainly the feeling of the arcane here somehow, but you don't notice anyone specifically casting.
Wherefore is our game screen?
Right now, all you need is this. You don't need a map. This is just theater of the mind. As you guys continue to look around, the fog is now up to about mid calf, and every once in a while you see these little blue streaks of light going through it.
This is so it's getting bigger.
Are the
Yes.
blue streaks of light touching anybody when they streak by, or are they?
Make a perception check. The only people they seem to swirl around, and it seems like they'll come in, they'll gravitate, they'll swirl around someone, and then they'll leave. The only people you seem to have them notice, for you, is this older gentleman and this very, for lack of a better term, relatively holy-looking woman sitting at another table. With they'll swim around them and move away. You also notice them swimming around your feet as well. Jax being up on a stage, it hasn't actually gotten up to her feet yet, but you see them like dart at the stage and dart off again. It's like, and then they'll disappear. And then you'll see a few more come in and circle around, and then they'll disappear.
I'm going to ask Jax if she's all right. If she's at all concerned about what's happening in front of her right now, and if it's harming her in any way.
I'm totally fine. Everything's great. Nobody panic. I say that to calm everybody down, but, can I also check or, I guess, sense what's around me?
Yeah, absolutely. Make a perception check. All you gotta do is click on perception on your character sheet.
And may I...
No. You're like, nah, everything's fine. You don't even really see the fog.
Everything's totally fine. Just listen to me play, guys.
Must just be fairies. Yeah.
Fairies. I don't buy that for one moment. Since I have some form of magical experience, can I
Indeed.
find out what's happening at all?
Yeah,
Yes, make an
magic.
Yeah, make an arcane check. Arcana. It's certainly magical. But you're not sure what. For those of you sitting down, it's up to your knees now. And for Jax, you who's standing up on stage, it's up to your ankles.
I want to reach my hand down into the fog.
Okay.
Does it react at all?
One of the little blue things comes up, swirls around your hand a couple times, and zips off again.
Do I feel it, or do I just see it?
You do not feel it.
Interesting.
Well then. Can I use my thaumaturgy to find out what's happening at all with this mystical, magical fog? Is there any benefit to that?
No, so the thaumaturgy would allow you to be impressive. Everybody at this point, make me a perception check. Vim, you already made it. You notice, before anybody else does, that only the four of you notice this fog.
Oh, we're the only ones that are paying attention to it?
Vim is the only one who's noticed so far, and you've noticed too, Noah, Sven, that you guys are the only ones who seem to notice this.
Yeah, it's...
Who is closest to me? Because I'm kind of in the back.
So my big question to you guys is, I know Sven and Kazara know each other, and Vim and Jax know each other, but do you two groups of people know each other? From your backgrounds, it did not appear that you did.
No. I have no idea. I only know her, and I'm here watching after her.
The closest person you know is Jax, standing up on stage.
Yes. I get up and I start moving towards the stage. Like, casually.
Okay. That's relatively easy for you as a roguey type.
Are my eyes all fuzzy? Do you see what's on the floor?
Yes, you see it too.
Oh, hello. Yes. So I'm not going senile. It's actual. It's just fog rolling around on the ground.
We may all be going senile. I think we're the only people that see it, though.
Since I'm not 150 years old, I would like to find out where this magic is coming from. Is there a source that we can locate in the room somewhere?
It appears to you to be rolling up from the ground. You want to go outside and check?
I would love to go outside and check.
It is
if
a
it's
crisp.
coming from the outside.
Absolutely, it is a crisp spring night out. And there's fog up to your knees that no one else seems to notice. It's actually about up to your waist now.
It's spooky.
I would like to. So I see Vim coming up towards me, and I'd like to make eye contact with him, and then tell the audience, just a moment. I'll be right back, and I would like to talk to Vim.
Well done. Everyone applauds as you get off.
And
Yes, very good.
I ask Vim, well, what's up? What's wrong?
Do you see this fog?
Yeah, it's just part of the show.
Are you certain?
No. What do you
Who
think
brought
it
the
is?
fog machine?
I've never seen fog here before. That's why I'm confused. I'm going to check outside. You stay here and keep performing, so that
Okay.
no one is alarmed. I'll be right back.
All right.
And I start walking towards the door.
As you go outside, you see Kazara's character out there, looking at the same weirdness you're looking at. It is now up to about chest level, and there's more of these little blue things.
You see it too?
I do indeed. It's actually starting to alarm me quite a bit that it's risen this high and seems to be growing more and more powerful as each passing moment.
Why is no one else worried about this? I don't understand.
That's a wonderful question. Why is no one freaking out right now?
I thought you were making this, Kazara. Is that not the case?
At this point, I wouldn't be entirely surprised if I was. Not on purpose, but it's entirely possible that it could be me. I have
Kazara?
no idea what my powers do right now.
As the fog comes up to about your heart level, you feel as if something's trying to break. Like, when you very slowly bend a twig and you can feel it snapping and you can feel that tension building and you can feel that something is about to snap violently. Kazara, you're the only one who gets that feeling, but once it gets up to your guys, it's about mid-chest level, you specifically start feeling that.
I'm getting a very odd and powerful sensation. I don't know where it's coming from, but it is definitely getting stronger, and it could very well be a malevolent force.
Is this
I
fog?
draw my rapier. Swipe at the fog.
You swipe at the fog and it gets foggy around you. I feel those little blue things swirl around your thing. And could you check your mic? It's all crackly again.
Oh.
Is this fog everywhere? Like all over town? Like we're
It
outside
stretches everywhere you can see it. Everywhere you can see, down different streets, you can see the light kind of from lower windows, and you can see it kind of reflecting off of it. It looks like fog to you with these blue little pieces of energies and swooping through it everywhere.
Can I want to try to grab one.
Make a dexterity check.
I mean, I don't know.
You put your hand right where one should be, and it's not there. It just passes through you.
Did I feel anything weird when it did that, or is it just like it's air?
It just the quickest moment of cold.
Cold.
Yeah.
Does anyone else feel like their chest is tightening or that they're growing more and more anxious? Just me? Okay, that's fine.
It's now to about neck
me
level.
too.
It's now to about neck level, and that feeling of tension, Kazara, is really just starting to feel like something's about to break on you.
I don't like this at all. This fog is not good. This is not harmless, and we have to find out where it's coming from, or who or what is causing it.
Well, I know. I don't think anyone else can see it. I think you and I. There's an old man inside, and then my friend, the performer. She can see it.
But if we're the only ones who can see and feel it, does that mean it doesn't exist?
That is the question.
But I can't see it, but can I feel it?
So do you currently have any healing spells?
I do.
Then yes, you actually, by the time it gets up to about neck level, you don't feel it at the same intensity because due to you have different interactions with deity, but you start feeling like something very wrong is happening, and for you it manifests more as this like sickness in the pit of your stomach that starts to turn into like pretty close to think you're gonna vom.
So I like stagger and I'm like, and I stumble off stage and um,
I'm coming back inside because I can't seem to find any source, so I'm coming back inside too.
As you walk inside, and Jax, as you stumble off stage, the fog is now above all of your heads, and all you see in front of you is fog and these blue lights that start going around and around, and they start blinding, and then there's this pulsing, and you feel it start to be this throb in your head, and Kazara, you feel this tension starting to build to the breaking point, and the nausea is getting deeper and deeper, Jax.
I'm having a stroke.
And as this happens, you stand dazed until the light finally fades, and you feel the break, and you feel the nausea fade, and you're suddenly standing in the middle of a forest. It's a forest like you haven't seen before. It's bluer than you would ever imagine a forest to be in the water that's in the stream that's going by. The greens are this deep, deep green. It's this almost, if a child with a crayon was creating a deciduous forest of towering trees that kind of bend in on you in this clearing that you're in, that is what this feels like. It feels like someone took the platonic ideal of a forest and the platonic ideal of trees and created them whole. The water sounds like bells rippling through the air. 3 deer, 2 doe and 1 mother deer, walk by as you are stunned and begin sipping at the stream in front of you. Your vision clears completely, and you're each standing with 3 other people, and 1 of whom you know, and 2 of whom you either just met or don't even recognize.
This is quite odd. You know me, I see signs in everything. There's got to be a reason, A, that we're here, B, that there are 3 deer drinking from this babbling brook of a natural color. I'm wary of approaching these deer, but also very curious.
Are we here? Where are we?
Where are we?
I am looking everywhere to see anything that I can, like anybody else or any strange something that could have brought us here. I'm just,
Sure.
My eyes are scanning everywhere.
Make a perception check.
My bad. I didn't mean to click that.
Oh, no, you're good. As you start looking around, excuse me, across the water, the stream from the deer, you're the only one who notices it first, and then immediately there is this beast that hops out from beyond the bushes over here and leaps directly at this first doe, tackling it down. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Remember, to roll initiative, you need to click on your character, and if you didn't, then I will add it there, Vim, buddy.
Oh, this is cool.
Okay, yep. I did it.
You need to click on your token, and then that's right, Kazara did it right.
Finally. Kazara did it right, finally.
Click on the token. And then initiative. Can't find it on the character sheet though.
The beast you see looks like this.
Do we know what that is?
It's too soon to tell. All right, nice initiative rolls, team. Well played. Vim, I will add you. No, I will add you right now.
Okay.
Some tokens. Turn. You got a 17. Our fastest person got the lowest, and I actually have to grab my dice because I forgot to pull them out. Wait a second. Ruh-roh. Okay. Boop. Okay. So the only person not surprised this round is Vim. And everyone else is taken by surprise this round. So Vim, you actually get to act first as you see this beast dive at the doe. What do you want to try and do?
First, because my last moments before we went here were of Jax falling over, I want to jump in front of her, kind of in a protective stance, Let's
Okay.
see. I want to move to there,
Okay, you can totally do that.
and then that's all I want to do this turn.
All right.
I've drawn daggers and ready.
Okay, so next up is the the beast itself, and it pounces on the deer and goes for its throat. But its attack this turn was to pounce and knock it down. You see the mama deer and the baby deer start running off in this direction. And then we go into full rounds. Boop. Starting with who of the three of you has the highest dexterity? Probably Jack? Oh no, probably Sven. Sven, you're first. We have lost your mic entirely at this point. It is now just line noise when you talk. So we'll go to Jax as that gets sorted out.
Okay. So, guys, maybe we can just circumvent this beast and get to safety somewhere. I think I would like to move like away.
Okay.
Like right.
You have
there.
up to 60 blocks of movement. Or up to math. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, yeah, yes. 12 blocks of movement if you want to run.
I don't know if we need to run, but I think maybe just back away. I back away slowly, and I'm like, come on, guys.
All right. Kazara.
I have to protect both our team and this family of baby, sweet, adorable deer. And I would like to approach this beast and attempt to attack at some point to protect everyone.
Awesome. You can absolutely do that. If you want to cast a spell, you can move up to 5, 10, 15, 20, 6 blocks and cast the spell.
If I move to right here, wouldn't I be well within range?
What is the spell you want to cast?
I would like to cast Acid Splash.
It is a 45-foot range on
I
acid.
didn't need to move.
Yes, acid splash.
Can I like inspire her before she does that?
You may. You haven't used your bonus action.
Okay, so I would like I address Kazara and I'm like you gotta protect yourself, girl. You gotta protect your team.
Mama bless.
Nice.
Bless the child.
All right. So you go ahead and throw it. Whoosh! You form this ball of acid in your hand. It just starts as this very small green bubble, and as you chuck it out, it grows into something almost the size of an acid-sized water balloon. Now, he does get the chance to make a dexterity saving throw to get out of the way, which he rolls a 2 on and fails entirely, so you can roll damage.
I'm
Which
gonna click
is...
this Acid Splash, correct?
Do it! Yep. 5 points of damage as it kind of splashes up against the side of him. He's kind of facing you. It hits and splashes off the top of his head. Some of his fur has started to burn off now. It's kind of gross looking. But you've certainly done some damage to him. First damage of the game!
Yeah.
All right, so Jax, are you back? I'm sorry, Sven, are you back?
I believe so.
It's okay. What do you got?
All right, well, I'm just gonna take a shot at the creature with my bow and arrow.
All right. All you gotta do is roll to hit. You are well within range, and you miss horribly, actually. Nearly hitting the deer, but just splashing off into the water. Yeah. Vim, we're back to you.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to the thing as fast as I can. Let's see, how far can I get? Where's my ruler? I have 35, Or do I have 30? I thought I had 35. No, 30.
You start with 30. You'll get faster, trust me.
Okay, so if I can move to here, if it'll work, hang on. Learning roll 20. If I can move to here, can I attack? That should be 30 feet.
Yeah, if you move 30, you can still attack.
So we'll move me to here. And then I will stab.
All right. Go ahead and stabby stab. You get, yeah, your first one hits. So go ahead and click on right-hand dagger on the chat box.
Oh.
For 6. Nicely done. Now everyone gets to see how bad at math I am. All right, and then you get your offhand as well. As your bonus action, you can use your left-hand dagger. Dagger, which also hits for 2. So not as good, but in a flurry of blows, you kind of take advantage of the acid splash and go in at the back of his neck where that splash kind of happened and just carve a chunk off of it with your first dagger. The second kind of gets in there, but he's also kind of trying to wrestle the deer down. Yeah. So it's the beast's turn. He looks up at you, and then he looks at Kazara, and it looks like he's decided that maybe the deer is not worth it, but you guys all are. He lets out this bellowing, and it's the most terrifying sound. It's almost like the sound waves are coming at you, and each of you needs to make me a DC 11 Charisma saving throw.
How's it? Who's it? What's up?
All right, so on your character sheets, you will see your stats, and in the box on the top next to your stats, you will see like Charisma, and you'll see like Charisma save and all that stuff. So you just click on Charisma there, and it will roll the saving throw for you. So you guys just clicked on Charisma and not Charisma save.
That's what I was trying to find.
Beep-de-dee-dee-dee-doo.
We done
Where
died.
is it?
Right next to your stats. If you look directly to the right of your stats in the next column over, you will see...
Oh, dear.
Beep. Yeah. Saving throws.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And then Sven, you're last.
All right.
Oh, no, make a Charisma saving throw.
Oh, I did. I failed.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Where you at? Oh, there you are. I missed you. Sorry. You have your name in here. You all have your names in here. That's also, except for Vim, Knight Rider. All right. So, Noah, you're the only one this happens to. This wash of fear comes over you, and you collapse to the ground and start shaking. You are unable to move towards him, and until he is slayed, you cannot get up. Every turn, you'll have the ability to try and roll again at the end of your turn to shake off the condition. Cool?
Sounds good.
Which is great, because you go first. Make me a Charisma saving
Perfect.
throw.
Here I go. Yeah, there we go.
Realizing who you are and where you come from, you're like, I shall not be feared by this beast. And you can't get back up, because it's the end of your turn that the save happens.
That's all right.
But you are prone, but you've now shaken off the fear, and Jax, it's your go.
All right.
Okay. I think I want to. Can I try and talk to the beast? Does the beast?
What would you like to try and say to the beast? You see the beast. Do you have it in her sights?
Beast, I don't. Well, we saw you harm this deer. We don't want you to harm our people too. Please leave us alone, please.
Rawr. Make a persuasion check, just out of curiosity.
Just convince them not to do things.
Rawr.
We don't taste that good.
He seems to think you taste pretty good, actually. But you still have the ability to take an action, if you so choose.
Okay. Can I hit with Thunderwave from here, or the thunder?
Thunderwave? I don't think so. Oh, the description
Okay.
is in your character sheet.
Okay.
Not the, yeah, it's a, yeah, there we go. No, because it's a 15-foot cube based off you, so you'd have to be much closer to use it.
Got it.
Yeah.
I would like, I guess, to run over. So wait, the beast is the beast right by Vim, or is it by Kazara, or is that?
Oop, it's right there.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then this is Vim. And then the
Yeah.
deer it seems to be currently enjoying.
All right. Can I guess I want to move like right behind Vim.
Okay, that'll be your full round action. Yeah, that'll be a run to get you up there.
Okay.
Yep. One of the things as we go... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I wanted to run to see if Vim was okay.
Oh, yeah. As you look at Vim, he seems unwounded. One of the things I want to remind you guys about as we go through this and you learn more how to play, it's totally cool now to take time to think about your turns and kind of figure out what you're doing. It's early and you're still figuring out your characters. The deeper and deeper into the game we get, the more I'll expect you to have your turns prepared beforehand. And so you just kind of know what you're doing. You can totally have some time, but I'll use a timer in combat situations sometimes just to kind of keep things rolling along. Right now it's totally fine, but do get yourself into the habit of thinking about, like, what am I doing on my turn? Speaking of which, Kazara, what are you doing on your turn?
First, I've realized that I went the entire wrong direction towards this beast. He's over here. I would like to run. Here?
Let's see. You were here. Yep, and that's all you can do if you run to there. But
Perfect.
you can go here and take an action if you wanted.
Can I
It's up to
really?
you. Mhm.
I would love to use burning hands on this beast.
Don't think you're close enough. Let's see.
I would love to instead,
You're not close enough.
alternately. Let's see. Chill touch. Is that in range? 5, 10, 15.
The descriptions for all your spells are on your character sheet.
120 feet? I would say yes.
That is absolutely in range.
Absolutely.
There is on the left-hand side here, if you see this, the bar that's over here, there's a little thing that looks like a comb. That is a ruler. Anyone can use it to check it out. Beep, 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 beep. So you can see what your ranges are.
Perfect. Chill touch. Commence.
What's now? Chill touch is a roll to attack, right? And you hit. So go ahead and click on Chill Touch in the chat box and do the dance. Ooh, shit. This just beam of ice comes out of you and slams into the shoulder of the guy right after he does the roar. And it does significant damage and he's starting to look pretty rough. Math was wrong on that. Okay. Doink. All right. And Vim.
Alright, let's try to finish this beast off with some daggers.
Hit.
Does that hit?
It does.
Nice.
5. B2 math.
And then bonus action.
Little dagger. Beep. That misses.
Ah.
And then it's goes with one giant rip. It just takes the deer's throat out. It looks at you, Vim, with blood in its mouth, and it just goes to swipe at you with its run. And what's your AC?
16.
All right, it will hit you, and we'll do 1d8 plus 3 damage.
Hey.
6 points of damage as it just tears across your chest.
Yikes. Ow.
Now now Vim looks a little fucked up. And it's Sven, it's your go. Sven? Hello?
Right?
Nera. Glenn. Weird. Type it out. Or you could turn off Adobe, right? Could you do that and just have it do raw? You hit with a longbow. This arrow goes flying past both Jax and Vim, and slams itself into the eye of the beast, and it collapses into a pile, dead in the water. And at this point, combat's over. As that feeling of tension seems to drip away from all y'all.
What in the hells was that?
Goodness gracious, I think we've survived.
Oh, what was that? Oh,
Are you okay, Vim?
I've been better, but I'll be fine.
oh.
Could use some healing, maybe.
That was horrifying.
I agree. Quite horrifying indeed.
I fell on the floor. I was horrified.
Are the deer okay?
The one you see now is dead. The other two are kind of off, cowering to your left. But the mother deer seems to start taking some steps tentatively in your direction. Just kind of doing one of these as she starts coming up.
I walk up to walk up to the deer, the mother deer. Or can
Okay.
I don't know.
I would like to reach out and touch the deer, just to make sure there's not some kind of...
Okay.
And Jax, what were you doing?
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay. As you reach out to touch her, it's clearly a female deer. She kind of scampers away from you a little bit and takes the last few steps up to her doe, starts nudging her with her nose and starts looking at the wound. And as she nuzzles at it, you get this sense of palpable sadness off of her. And in a moment, she immediately transforms into a woman with gray skin and long, kind of flaxen-colored hair, wearing this green robe. Her legs still look like deer legs as they poke out under the dress, and she looks around at all of you, confused for a moment.
Are you all right?
I believe so.
Who are you?
What are you?
My name is Mother Doe. I am the keeper of the doe, for lack of a better term. I am she who watches the wild things of the forest. I thank you for your assistance today.
Well, of course, Mother Doe. I can't imagine how we could leave a helpless family of deer in the woods like this with creatures around. What are you doing here?
Well, I live here a little, but something is very, very broken. Something is very broken. I can normally bid spirits return to those who were lost. Can't pull her spirit back.
Whose spirit?
The spirit of this doe. I cannot revive her, and it is well within my power to revive a creature so soon after death.
What is this thing that attacked you?
That is they're called Crenshaw. They're Haven't been seen this in this part of the land in quite some time, actually. That they've traveled this far towards the light is incredibly surprising.
Did you say Crenshaw?
Yes, Crenshaw. I'll write it up for you, chat here.
I was thinking maybe we were in East LA, perhaps.
No, that's that way, about 200 miles.
Are you the one who brought us here?
No, I honestly don't know how you got here.
Where are we?
We're in the Feywild.
What?
What do I know about the Feywild?
Maybe nothing. Everyone
Probably
make
nothing.
a history, your higher of history, religion, or arcana.
Oh, nice.
Andrea's the only one who knows what the Feywild is, offhand. With some research, some of you have maybe heard the term, but you're not really sure what it means. So, Jax. The Earth has two shadows. The plane, the material plane, has two shadows to it. One is a land of kind of death and decay, and the other is the land of the Fey. That land is the Feywild. They both cross over the material plane. They both touch it in different places. They are the two easiest planes for people to pass through. The universe is made up of infinite planes, different realms and realities, all sorts of stuff. But nearly every material plane, like Faerun, the world that you guys come from, a Shadowlands and a Feywild touch it somewhere. And somehow, you've crossed over into the realm of the Fey.
We're not in Kansas anymore. We're in, so we're in another land that's between, death and, sorry, say that again?
So, there is the material plane, right? The world in which you exist all the time. The land where stuff is solid, it's got magic, but it's not, like, super weird. And then there are the Shadowlands on one side, touches the material plane, right? And then the Feywild on the other. These are different planes of existence. One from which fairies come from, one from which, like, ghosts and stuff come from, that kind of seep into your reality on occasion. And whose reality you can sometimes accidentally step into if you go to the wrong place. So it is a separate reality that touches yours very, very, very closely. That is the land of the Fey. Of the fairies.
Alright.
So I'd like to ask her, so I assume that Jax just kind of told us this,
Yeah, for sure.
so that we all know now. Okay.
Yeah, and you can't just say, I relate that information to the party.
See, I told you, fairies.
Okay.
I knew it.
I was
I told you.
Good woman, how do we return to the material plane?
I believe if you follow this stream, you will come here, come, and she walks over to you, and she takes just a touch of the blood from the dough and places it on your wound, and your wound immediately heals up.
Thank you.
Absolutely. At least healing magic still work.
Do I go back up to full, or?
You are now back at full health. I believe if you go down this stream, you will find a place called Caterpillar Falls. Caterpillar Falls is probably 6 hours nightward from here. And if you take a minute to look up and you see you're kind of in what looks like morning where you are here. And if you look in one direction, it's getting darker, and the other direction, it's getting lighter. If you go about 6 hours nightward, you'll find Caterpillar Falls. There, I do believe there is a portal that should take you back to your plane. And I believe that the very nature of magic has changed. And that you're coming here, while maybe not the cause of it, is a symptom of that happening. My inability to resurrect a simple child of the forest like this leads me to believe that something is fundamentally broken. And it just happened within moments of now.
Kazara immediately feels guilty and or responsible.
Might
And
be, actually.
You never know.
I must get to safety as things are changing here, and I must get me and my doe back to the rest of her flock. But if you do wish to return, this may still work. Fey magic has a touch of its own, and she takes a small vial out of her, one of the pockets in her dress. She scoops it up, scoops up some of the blood from the deer, and Vim, she'll hand it to you because you've kind of interacted with her the most, and goes, should one of your party members fall, if you place this in their mouth, they may still be able to rise. Not sure, but I do hope this helps.
I take it and put it in my bag.
If you find yourselves in a position to be able to figure out what's going on, I believe the fact that you have come here and that we have met is a sign, and that there is some sort of fate, for lack of a better term, involved in our meeting today.
That sounds about right.
I obviously agree that fate has brought us to this place. Something has brought us here.
We must be here for a reason.
But now you must go. I don't think you need to be here. As things are changing and possibly for the worse, this is a far more dangerous realm than your own. That is one of the most banal creatures you will find in the Feywild, and you have to walk nightward where things do get more dangerous. So I would ask you to move quickly, and if you can make it to the bottom of Caterpillar Falls, there is an island. On that island, there should be a portal, and that portal should take you back to your plane. I must go, but I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Mother Doe.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And with that, she reverts into her deer form, gathers up her other doe over here, and they move off.
Well,
I suppose we should heed her warning and start heading out.
Who are
Sounds good
these?
to me.
Who are these fellow adventurers we are in company of?
We were so caught up in the action that we have not been officially introduced.
So why don't we take a moment here to describe yourself as you introduce each other?
Hello, everyone. I'm Jax. I'm just an entertainer. I don't know exactly why I'm here, but I'm so thank you so much for saving our butts and protecting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, Jax, what does your character look like a little bit?
I am Tabaxi, and I have striped fur, and I play the lute, and I am a bit simply dressed. I don't like to look fancy. I just and a simple bard.
Well, it's wonderful to meet you, Jax. My name is Kazara. Obviously, you're looking right at me, but for people who can't see me, I have silver hair, about 5'10", around 19 years of age. I try to dress to blend in with the darkness, as I can see in the dark. I wear a cloak with a hood, and I've known Sven here for quite some time now. He's been with me on my journey. I'm developing quite a few things that I've discovered I can do, so please bear with me if I accidentally set anyone on fire.
Well met, Jax. And you, our new companion. My name is Sven. I am a simple companion of Kazara, and I'm dressed plainly in a large flowing robe with a bulk of a man built beneath it, but I am quite clearly aging. a bald, peaked head with only flowing white hair and a beard that kind of meld into one conical shape that form onto my body. And I appear to be at least over 60, if not older than that. But I still seem strongly built despite all that. No markings or any insignia on my clothing. And that is all.
My name is Vim, and I'm here looking after Jax. So you look at me, I have dark black studded leather armor, a hood pulled over my head, knives and things just wherever I can reach them. Not at liberty to discuss my employment, but I am eager to return to it.
You, Vim, you look like a man who's prepared. It's fortunate we had you along with us today.
One can never be too prepared.
I don't need looking after, though. He just says that.
And lucky we had the sole entertainer of the evening who also accompanied us.
Oh, but it was you that did most of the work. I'm just here to play music.
Oh, naturally. As soon as I was done convulsing on the ground in fear, I had to stand up and take a lucky shot. I had to try and do something to make up for my fit of cowardice.
So DM, what was the vial that was given to me? What should I...
You can just call it a vial of Fey deer blood.
Okay. Add that to my stuff.
I do apologize. What have I missed?
We were just talking about introducing ourselves.
Well, it's not getting any brighter out here. I suggest we move along.
Should make a perception check.
Everyone, or?
Yeah, you're the one who did it, so you make the perception check. You're the one who said it. It is neither getting lighter or darker. You have noticed the sun has not moved in the maybe 10 minutes that you've had the conversation and the 2 or 3 minutes before that.
And I'll say, obviously, it was a euphemism. I am eager to return, though. Are we ready to go? Is everyone okay?
Yes, regardless of the hour, I do believe that time is of the essence, and we should head out as soon as possible.
All right. So as you guys gather yourselves back together in this new and incredibly alien place, she told you to head downstream to a place called Caterpillar Falls. As you walk, there's a fairly clear path, and every few moments, it just seems like things get a degree darker. Just every few moments as you walk, things get just a hair darker and a hair darker, until about 2 hours down the path, it's not nighttime, but it's certainly a deeper purple dusk. And now, instead of this vibrant green, lively world around you, it's this darker sort of melancholy forest feeling to it that kind of looms in over you as you continue to walk. The bubbling of the stream no longer sounds like the tinkle of chimes. It sounds almost like rocks grinding against each other as the world fades from the morning light into this dusk time. The world just feels somehow darker and more foreboding the deeper you follow this down. And man, was that music cue perfect. You guys, as you head down...
Was that not intentional?
No, that was just kismet. That's why I had to say something. Yeah. Oh no, I totally planned it.
It was fate.
During this, is there anything you guys want to do? Anything you guys want to say? Anything you want to check out as you're heading down the path?
Well,
Kazara.
as I apologize. I just was just gonna point out that I can see in the dark up to 60 feet. I don't know if there's anything in the growing darkness that I can see as opposed to everyone else.
So the only person here without dark sight is Sven.
He's also old as balls and can't see anyway.
He's
I'm
old as
very used to not
balls.
seeing.
Can't see shit. Yeah, every once in a while, and you'll all notice it. Those of you with dark vision notice it more because you can see more deeply into the shadows. There'll just be these little yellow eyes, click, click, looking at you every once in a while, or there'll be a rustle off in the trees. And at first you're like, oh, that sounds cute, and the birds sound cute. And as you go deeper in, it's like, goes from, cute singy birds to like kind of deep hoots of owls and ravens going by and all sorts of other weirdnesses.
Did you say ravens?
Yeah.
I'm instantly I'm instantly at home.
Yeah.
Can I get a little string or something? Can someone lead me?
Here, let me bring out my leash, Sven. Just hold on to me.
That sounds a little dehumanizing, but well, what are you gonna do? Put on my old man leash, I guess.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to take him anywhere. He's blind as a bat, just about.
I don't know.
I would like to say that I would like to be in the front of the line
Absolutely.
as we're doing this, just checking for death.
And as you all head down the path, there's a place in the path where it naturally goes to cross over the stream, which here is probably between 15 and 20 foot wide. There's almost more of a river. You're really starting to get the feeling that night is starting to like press in upon you as you come here. But you do notice on this bridge up ahead of you, which seems to almost have a light of its own. It's giving off this faint green glow to it. There's what looks like a stack of logs laying on the bridge itself.
They look like they were put there purposefully.
Yeah.
This has to mean something. I would like to investigate. Is this some kind of... Is this guiding us somewhere? Maybe we should walk towards it.
Yeah, if I
Maybe you
take
should.
if I take my full turn to get there, I won't be able to investigate it or anything, will I?
We're not in rounds yet, so you just tell me where you kind of want to be.
Yeah,
think
I'd
about
like to-
think about moving in full moves for each of you. Like, I want to get up to this place, and then give everyone else a chance to follow up behind you, right? So, like, if you want to move up 60 feet and say, then this is what I do, then everyone else will get a chance after that. It's not initiative, but we're just giving everyone a chance to, like, take a turn.
Okay. I'd
Yeah.
definitely like to move down here.
Okay? And what do you want to do?
I don't want to step onto the bridge, but I want to get as close a look as I can at this log situation that seems very strange.
It's very odd, actually, because as you look at it, I've been asking for a lot of perception checks, but I haven't asked you for one on this map, so make me a perception check.
Only Vim or everyone?
No, there is a pile of logs. Anybody who gets close enough, within, say, 30 feet of the bridge. And so, Sven, it looks like you wanted to move up next. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to go and turn over. I was just trying to wander up appropriately. But sure, I'll take a look too then, as best I can. It's still pure dark, right?
No, it's dusk. It's like this
thank
gloaming
goodness.
time, right? Like, it's not dark out. You are not suffering any penalties from darkness at this point.
Terrific. Yeah, I'll take a look as well.
I trust Sven, but I would like to be a little bit behind him, possibly. I'm gonna move up and just kind of cautiously observe.
You're like,
Why is that funny?
there's nothing on the
God, no.
bridge.
I got a 1. I got a 0.
It's a footbridge.
I just like, what's between my fingers?
JK, we're good, guys.
Maybe I could take a look ahead of you guys. If maybe I could climb a tree.
Yeah. What
I
tree
would
do you
feel
want to
most
climb?
comfortable.
So I would like to. So I go and climb a tree to see past the bridge.
All right.
That's possible to like move
Yeah.
over there.
Go ahead and move over there. Sometimes you'll get stuck on like the measuring thing. It happens to me all the time. Remember when you want to move to re-click on the top cursor on the left-hand side? And then roll a perception check. With advantage, because you've got height. It'll automatically
That's
roll
a strange
with advantage.
noise.
What is that strange
I
noise?
feel as though
Traffic.
we've
Oh.
encountered a new sound in this universe. This plane is merging all kinds of.
Sounds like downtown LA.
I told you we were in Crenshaw, were we not?
So this here is shaped like a body. It's certainly made out of wood, but it's shaped like a person made out of wood.
I think we should tread carefully. I think that there might be a creature up ahead.
And he hasn't noticed that you've noticed him yet, but there is someone hiding in the bushes over here who looks like...
Wait a minute. We're in a world of fairies. It could be fairy tree people or something.
It looks like this.
He looks dangerous. He's holding a sword.
So are you
we
saying
sh-
that out loud to your friends who are in the tree below you after you see someone sneaking here?
Oh, okay.
I'm just asking.
Can I whisper to them?
You have to climb down to whisper to them. But
Okay. So I climb down to Kazara and whisper. Oh wait. I actually go to. Can I go to Vim?
you are... It's too far for the short kind of impulses we're in right now.
All right. I jump out. I jump down from the tree and I whisper in Kazara's ear. I think I see someone in the bushes.
And with that, it's Vim's go, who hasn't heard this, by the way.
Let's unmute myself. I'm definitely on my guard because of the, like, I don't know, this is weird. And I turn and I look and I see Jax talking to Kazara. And I'd like to, like, I see her whispering to her, obviously trying to be quiet. So I'd like to take a look around. And
Make
see
a
what I see.
perception check.
Nice. Ooh.
Mhm.
Don't notice that. That's a whole other thing.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is. You're fine.
Exactly.
Okay. I can't roll initiative for shit, which is totally cool. So Vim, you notice someone here, but also someone hiding in the bushes over here. Very dark skinned, very kind of swarthy, but like purple skin, thin, wispy black hair. They just seem to be kind of looking around. They're looking at you guys, but they haven't realized that you see them yet.
That's what I was wanting to do, so I can tell that they know we're here.
It doesn't seem like they know you're here. I mean, they totally know you're here, but they don't know that you know that they know you're here.
Okay, I would love to turn and walk back to the party and inform them of all I have just learned. That there are not one but two strange-looking creatures in bushes on either side of the bridge.
This certainly doesn't bode well for us.
They don't look kind.
We can't be too careful.
Never.
Don't suppose they'll just leave us alone if we ask them nicely.
Perhaps if we just passed through and didn't cause too much of a fuss, they would just ignore us.
Is that what we want to do?
Is there any way we could take the water?
Have they seen us?
Yeah, they've seen us. They just don't know that we see them.
Well, if they've seen us,
Well,
maybe
we
we
don't
could
think-
just announce ourselves and
See if they're friendly.
yeah.
If they were
Maybe
friendly,
they-
why would they need to hide in the bushes?
Well, I want to hide in the bush, but I'm too big. Sven tries to hide in the bush with disadvantage
Why disadvantage?
because I'm wearing chainmail.
Oh yes, so you do king, kish. I'm hidden.
I roll my eyes.
Gotta keep the odds even.
Well, I'm an optimist, so maybe they're not so bad.
I would like to approach the bridge a little more and
Okay.
just be aware of any potential danger.
Okay,
Do I need to move a certain number of spaces, or am I free to approach
you're free
the
to
bridge?
approach. You're free
Wonderful.
to move about the board.
I'm free to move about the cabin.
Hmm. One of them makes hand signals at the other one.
Third base. Well, this definitely doesn't sound good. They're communicating with each other, but not with us. Should we be concerned? Should we perhaps approach these bushes?
Say something charming, I shout from hiding.
Do we have to cross this bridge? Like, to get where we need to go, do we have to cross it?
You
Like,
can
I
climb
mean,
down and
that's-
go across, but it is where you need to be. If you look,
yeah.
if you look down here at the bottom of the map, it kind of a cliff starts to form, and the path continues on the other side over here.
All right, enough goofing around. I'm gonna try and walk up next to Kazara at least.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I am going to walk. I think I'm going to try and say something.
Okay.
Ooh. Take the floor.
So I go up. I guess I'll go right here in front of Kazara.
As she walks by, I catch eye contact with her, just give her a look like, please be careful.
And I very calmly say, excuse me, we see you in the bushes. We're just trying to get past. We don't mean any harm.
Having already cottoned on to where they are, they both seem to act confused for a moment and kind of look at each other across the bushes and then look back.
Can you speak? English? Speak English? No, I mean like that. Can we understand what they're saying?
Do any of you speak deep speech?
No.
No.
Nope.
Big Sylvan?
Oh, they might not be able to understand us. Hey, they were gesturing with their hands at each other. Does anyone know how to talk with their hands?
Good point. I'm going to use these cans with my hands to see if maybe they understand my weird hand signals.
The top one walks kind of out of the bushes and gives you an incredibly rude gesture.
That's
it does
my
not appear
favorite.
that he understands. Go away, landlings!
It speaks.
You may
are we
not
able to hear
cross.
you somehow.
This is not your bridge.
I beg you, we just want to pass through. Is there any way that we could just cross this bridge and be out of your way?
Then make a perception check. You may not cross here. The Queen of Mine says you cannot cross. Vim, you notice, over here, there's another one that's trying to sneak back this way. Boop.
I'm going to circle around to the back side of the group where
Go
he
back
is.
to your homes, landling.
That is what we were trying to do.
I mean, at this point, it would be way too long for us to go around and try and find another way to this waterfall. Perhaps we should find a way to just get across this bridge. It's the fastest way, I'm assuming.
If you do not leave, we will turn you into dinner.
I draw my bow, but I do not
I,
fire.
I pull my daggers from their sheaths.
One of them draws a dagger, flips it
The
onto
one
its
on
tip
our side or
across the way.
okay.
Flips it onto
Oh, he wants to
the
dance.
blade like he's gonna chuck it.
Leave will sink this into your chest and cook you over fire.
I would like to bring out my quarterstaff just in case. Because they seem like they're not going to let us through peacefully.
Oh, Kazara, I nudge you.
Yes.
They seem to be like simple folk. Try make them think you're like a fairy or something. Like just blow them away. Make them scared of you.
Perhaps I could perform some kind of spell with my magic to scare them into backing off.
Thaumaturgy would be appropriate here. Like a booming voice, like some sort of deep cinematic mage effect.
May I perform that now?
Of course, it's a cantrip, you can perform it immediately. Just describe, it doesn't do anything. You should just describe what it is you want it to be, as long as it's a cinematic mage feeling effect, like everything gets a little darker, or in your case, a little brighter, and your voice booms or whatever you want. You can make very simple, but very impressive effects happen with thaumaturgy.
Like Galadriel.
I would like to, in a booming voice, tell them the gods bid us safe passage through this bridge.
The gods? Make a persuasion check.
They might not care about gods here.
Yeah, one of them goes, "Fuck your gods!" and he chucks a dagger at you.
Sounds about right.
Oh,
Combat music! Roll initiative!
Da 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 da.
Where's combat music?
Oh, wait.
Every time.
Every goddamn time! Click on your token!
It's kind
Then!
of a thing. It's kind of a thing. You want me to just do it again, or
No, I got it. No. You can also do it. You can right-click on your token and click Add Turn. Click on your name when it shows up and type in 15. Who else failed?
we are all rolling initiative, I gather.
Yes.
Oh,
And a 3. Nice! Okay. Nicely done. Mage goes last. Jax, you're actually up first. You see this Darkling, you know he's going to throw the dagger at you as he cocks his arm back, and it looks like he's about to chuck it at you. Well, really, at Kazara, you're just kind of in the way.
Can I first dodge or like?
So you could take, you could go on the defensive, which would give you a +4 to your AC. And that would be all you could do this turn.
Okay. I'm going to run up for the sake of my team and cast Thunder Wave.
Nice. Yeah, you can totally do that.
Yeah.
And 5, 10, 15, if you center it here, because remember it's a 15-foot cube,
Okay.
wherever you want it to be, right? So you could do that. You want to be 1 square back,
Oh.
because otherwise you can't do it. Yeah, because 15-foot square, right? Beep. There you go. All right, so you go ahead and Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave the fuck out of them.
Or is that what I?
The damage is also on the front of your character sheet. They each need to make a Constitution saving throw, which I'll make right now. Against your DC, which is, what is your spell DC?
Spell DC is 13.
They both fail. So you would roll 1d8.
All right. How do I do that?
So on your character sheet, if you go to the core page, you'll see Thunderwave. If you click
Okay.
on Thunderwave,
Okay.
boop, there you go. Yeah. 50-foot cube. So you do 12 points of damage to each of them as you guys hear this as thunder, what sounds like, without there being any lightning, thunder literally lands in front of Jax, and both of these guys get pushed 10 feet away from you, and look super fucked up as they have like blood coming out of their nose and their eyes and their ears as you've literally like shockwaved them into almost being dumbfounded.
Nicely done, Jax.
Thank you.
So the cat just bounded across the bridge and casted thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Thunder.
A Thundercat?
Thunder?
Thundercats?
Thundercats?
Oh!
Oh! Awesome! Vim!
I look back at Jax and have a kind of a slight grin on my face, and then I want to move down here. Let me see. Right here.
Right, Cha.
And get it.
Get it! Hit.
Do.
Wow.
4, 8. Nicely done. The first dagger goes directly into his ribs.
Bonus.
And a crit!
Ah!
First crit of the game for 5 more. And in 2 quick flashes, you take this Darkling down.
Nice.
Sven.
So he just ran around the corner and then.
Oh, hey, speaking of which, I need you to make a DC 10 Constitution save, Vim.
Ah.
So the creature, as he crumples to the ground, you see him almost start to implode for a minute, and then this light starts busting out of his dying form, and in a flash, there's this poof, like a flashbulb right in front of you. You're able to shake off the effects of it. You do take 2 points of damage, however. You're not blinded, but all that's left is his dagger. The rest of everything he had on seemed to have disintegrated.
Okay.
And Sven.
All right. Well, I see the cat blow them away, and is he still trying to chuck that dagger?
He looks like he's reeling right now. Look,
Yeah, well,
Jesus.
I'm gonna pull back that bow and try and catch him while he's falling backwards.
Okay.
How about you?
What is his AC? How about you? Just misses by him. And it's a lucky miss, too, because he's just he's staggering, and you would have hit him center chest had he not just, like, rolled out of the way from the thunder crash. The Darklings go. The first one is going to chuck a dagger at Jax, because she's terrifying. What is your AC?
It is 13.
Okay. It will hit for 5 points of damage as this dagger, this horribly like jagged looking piece of black metal, sinks itself directly into your shoulder. And the other one will chuck at Kazara. He'll actually move up to here to do it. Kind of on the edge of the water there. There's a bit of it's a very steep dirt, there's the reason the bridge is here is because this kind of steeply goes down into a gully at this point. But then he'll chuck one at you, Kazara, and roll a 19.
That bastard.
Yeah. But only does 4 points of damage as you take it directly in the thigh. But it's your go.
I would like to approach the bridge, actually. May I move sort of between these two creatures?
Let's see. 30 will get you there, yeah.
I would like to move as close as I can.
Close as you can and still taking an action is that, yeah.
Yes. I am going to... What is my longest ranging? I would like to acid splash this guy.
Do it up.
All right. Whoops, sorry. Wrong window.
All good. All right, DC 13 dexterity saving throw. Boop. He fails and takes 6 points of damage, which it splashes against his chest, and some of it like gets up in his nose and his mouth, and he's like, and he falls down, dead. But as he does, he also starts to kind of implode, and I need Kazara and Jax both to make DC 10 Constitution saving throws. Good and not good. So Jax, you're blinded, and we'll take 4 points of damage. Kazara, you're blinded and will take 2 points of damage. Oh, I'm sorry, Kazara, you are not blinded. You made the save. I'm poo.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna go with it. I'm like, okay.
Nope, you made the save.
the
I'm a big poo.
DM
Yeah, nope. But Jax, you now cannot see. You can make that Constitution check again, right now, actually, as it's your go, to shake it off, but it'll be at the end of your turn. Blinded means you have disadvantage to attack people.
I would like to heal.
Absolutely.
All right. How do I do that? Do I just?
So you have Healing Word, right?
Yes.
You should have Healing Word queued up on the front of your page, on your core sheet, right? So all you should have to do is click on it, and it will roll for you. You don't. Never mind. So yeah, it's 1d4 plus 5. So if you do /1d4 /roll space 1d4 in chat, probably the easiest way to do it. So you will heal 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Yep. Sweet. As your wounds start kind of knitting back up, and at the end of your turn, that's actually a bonus action. So you have another full action you can take if you want to. Cast another spell, do some movement, chuck a dagger, whatever you want.
Okay. I am going to, but I'm still blind though, right?
You are still blind, which means you roll at disadvantage. You'll take the lower of the two rolls that we see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and go for this guy.
Okay.
And use my rapier.
Not dead.
You hit either way.
Oh, is he dead?
Yeah, you will hit him. Absolutely. So go ahead and roll damage, rolling a 20 and a 21, both of which are above his armor class. Even blind, you're able to, because he's like, oh wait, he's already dead. You killed him. You can walk up to the other one, though. I forgot to mark him with an X.
Uh-huh.
But if you want to walk up to the other one and stab him in the mouth, I'll still allow it.
I do that.
Yar! You hit! Roll damage. Oh, you just click on the little rapier +4 in the chat box. On roll
In the
20.
chat box.
Yeah,
Oh,
in the
sorry.
chat box. Yeah, no, you're good. 3 points of damage, which is enough to, as you stab into him, you hear this. And I need you to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw as he goes down and starts to implode on himself with this. And light starts breaking out of him. Looks kind of gross. And you're still blinded as another. This time there's no damage though. As you've already taken it. But they are down.
Well, so much for fucking our god.
Was there a creature on the bridge that I'm standing next to?
That
Or
you literally walked by, and as you walked by it, it clearly looked like a body made out of a tree.
Right. So much for fucking our god. Our god showed you.
Gods.
Oh my bad, I only served the one.
Where are you guys? I can't see you.
In about 6 seconds, it wears off, and you're
Okay.
able to see again.
Okay. I move across the bridge to Jackson. I'm just. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you.
Is there some subtext going on here?
That cat was pretty feisty.
Rare.
You did good.
Jumped across the bridge and actually blew him apart. That was... I thought that was your shtick, Kazara, but looks like there's more than one explosive.
I felt like we're threatened, so I felt the need to act. But usually,
Jax is absolutely a force to be reckoned with. I guess I shouldn't piss her off.
Yeah, your bravery is commendable. That was you bounded across the bridge and single-handedly essentially took care of that for us.
To be fair, she's had much more acrobatic agility than me. She has me at that.
That's okay. I'm not counting. What's this bundle of twigs on the bridge? Do I have to be worried about this?
It looks like a person when you walk up to it, made of wood.
Is it sleeping?
I would like
Like
to nudge it with my boot.
Yeah.
It kind of twitches a little in a way that a bundle of wood shouldn't twitch.
It's alive. Oh.
Hello? Is there someone there?
Anybody have medicine? The medicine skill.
I do not.
I used to.
Back in my day.
And then you took an arrow to the knee.
I'm not proficient, but
You can roll without proficiency.
okay. I have a +3.
Yeah, you can always roll without proficiency. It's just it's not gonna be as good. There's certain things I won't let you do, but Vim, you're like, oh, that guy's still alive. He's just knocked the fuck out. He's at 0 hit points essentially.
It seems rather dangerous to be on the middle of a bridge, passed out. Least we could do is move it to the shore.
Yeah, so somewhere safe, perhaps not in the middle of a pathway.
Are there wounds on the creature? Can we see?
He does look wounded. I mean, it's hard to tell on a creature like this because he's not, he's not humanoid like you guys are, right? You have flesh and it cuts and it bleeds, but he does have places where it looks like chunks have been ripped out of him, and there's, for lack of a better term, some like congealed sap. It doesn't look like blood, right? It looks like sap, but it looks like it's leaked out.
Okay.
I am Groot.
I am Groot.
Well, perhaps it was beset upon by these foul creatures as well. Similar fate as us.
Apparently we fared better than this poor tree creature has. Is there anything we can do for it?
I'm gonna carry it to the over here.
Okay. He's quite heavy. Make a strength check.
Oh, well, here we go.
You're a frail old man bones.
Yep. Definitely made of wood.
I don't know if I want to. So it's like actually like a tree trunk in terms of weight.
You must be made of oak. A very hardy wood.
Well, he's here forever. Can't do anything about that.
He's part of the earth now.
Part of the forest.
Belongs to the earth.
Do I, as I look around, do I see any other of these laying around?
No, you do.
These creatures? Okay.
You do get a better look at him, though, and as you try to move him, and he looks a lot like that.
It's fun and Groot.
Beautiful.
It's quite impressive.
Does it glow on the inside like that too?
Not currently.
Well, I can't move that. My hands hurt.
You can always
Shaky.
assist each other, which is a thing. You have two people say, I'm going to do it. You choose one of them to roll, and then you give the other person advantage.
Sven, perhaps I could be of some assistance. I'm used to helping people in need. People or creatures of various forms.
I would love to help. My back is acting up, so I don't even know if I'd be much help.
Well,
Maybe
I'm honestly not surprised.
one of the younger ones could help you carry the tree.
I'm pretty spry. What can I do to help move this body?
I am many things, and strong is not one of them.
Strong isn't actually mine either. I'm probably the least qualified of all of us to move this fucking thing.
Our party.
Not the strong ones, you guys.
All
Not the
kinds of
strong.
useful.
Yeah.
We're gonna find a treasure chest and be like,
If
well, that's
any
staying there
two
forever.
of you can support each other in attempting to make the roll. You just say, I'm gonna do it, and like Vim would go, I'm gonna help you.
I'll help.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay,
help
there you go.
Zara.
Jackson, Kazara do it. Which one of you wants to make the roll to try and get him off the bridge?
I feel like Jax is probably more qualified to make the roll.
Okay. But you do have advantage, and a 13 is enough between the two of you to lift him and get him off the bridge. Boop. To wherever you like. We'll just say he's there.
Yay, team.
Yay, team! Overcoming heavy things, brought to you by this group of people. He sits there like a lump on a log.
I just take a step back.
This
Observing.
log of a lump on a log.
I'm gonna try and do a nature check. Would that be appropriate for this? I want to understand what this is.
Go ahead and make a nature check.
Or I could investigate it. Either way.
Or investigate.
Oh, I'll investigate.
Okay. You've not specifically heard of a species like this before. This being is still alive. It is apparently even respirating. Its respiration looks different than yours. It seems to happen. He has some leaves on him, and also he doesn't really breathe from his chest. He all of him very slowly just kind of creaks, and almost imperceptibly, right? He respirates almost as a whole. Should one of you figure out a way through, say, a medicine check or basic intelligence check, stabilize him, which is all you need to do, it would put him to 1 hit point and wake him up. Or any other healing spell. Really.
Would survival or insight help at all here?
Let's do Jax first, because I think she may have hit the jackpot.
Oh!
Hey!
Ooh.
Puns for the win.
Catchphrase.
All right. So
What were you going to do?
I would like to. I think I can heal this tree person. I would like to use healing words or healing
Absolutely.
words. It's. I don't think this is set up on my thing.
No, but it's easy enough to set up. We can do it after session. Just roll 1d4
okay,
plus
it's
5.
1d4. Okay.
Yep.
And then I put plus 5, or.
Yeah, you can do /roll space 1d4 plus 5, and that'll work. Yep.
Hey.
As the healing energy goes in him, his whole body goes, and he wakes up and on the ground and looks at you.
Hello.
That is the question of the day.
I believe we're in the Feywild. We're on our way to
Yes.
Caterpillar Falls. Is there any chance you know how to get there?
I know a shortcut as well. What are we doing here? Oh, I remember now. We were attacked. We were attacked
There are
by
more of
these.
you?
No, just me.
Who's we?
He speaks in Sylvan, by the way. Who speaks Sylvan?
Oh,
Not I.
Anybody?
I have
I
Elven.
do.
Oh.
I do.
Okay. Vim, he speaks in Sylvan to start. And as he recognizes that you're the only one who understands that, and the rest of you are kind of looking confused, he gets a little frustrated look on his face and switches over to common. He goes, "We are a wilding. I'm sorry, a wildin. We are." Where? How did you all get here? You're not from here.
We were transported here.
Our guess is as good as yours, tree
But-
thing.
But you chose to save this one. My name is Bayer. I am no tree thing. I am a Wilden. Shit, we are no tree thing. We are a Wilden. God damn it! I have to get used to saying
mistakes, apparently.
that.
I write tree thing in my notes.
Wilden. We don't understand. These Darklings attacked us. We were looking to make our way back to our people who are leaving here, and we were attacked.
Attacked by what or who?
The Darklings, who don't seem to be here anymore.
What do you have us to thank for that?
You saved our life?
Yes. You are safe now.
I owe you a deepest debt. I owe you the debt of my life. And for that, we are forever thankful. I'll get it. I'll fucking get it. We are forever thankful for the debt. We do know a shortcut to Caterpillar Falls. We are trying to go there as well in order to leave this place and join with our family in our new home.
How did you get here, Bayer?
We were left behind to guard a heart tree, and we were attacked. It appears that our heart tree has been turned into this bridge, and he looks at it with disgust, and he spits, and like these pieces of wood come out of his mouth. He doesn't spittle. Would you be so kind as to help us dismantle this bridge? It deserves far more honor than to be this. This is our heart's wood that they have taken.
Would you like it dismantled or just a straight up old-fashioned cremation? Because we can do that.
Well, we understand that these sorts of trees can also be shaped into useful and honorable weapons should you choose to keep some. But cremation and ash to flow down the river would be a fitting end for one of ours. But should you wish to keep some yourself, and he walks over and he snaps off a bit of it and goes, we do need a dagger. And then he snaps off another bit, and 2 is better than 1. And he kind of places them on him, and they just kind of stay there.
Of course. Well, you seem rather resourceful. Looks like you handled that.
We are a priest of our kind.
A holy Wilden.
Yes.
Well, I respect that immensely. Maybe you could accompany us and show us how to get to Caterpillar Falls, since you know a shortcut and you seem very resourceful and knowledgeable of this area.
Yes, knowledgeable because we wish to leave, so if we may, I would be very happy to travel with you. However, we should destroy this bridge first.
Oh.
Well, if we've gotten everything out of it that we possibly can.
Do you guys want to take any of it for yourselves? He is telling you that it is magical wood that may be great for use in some way in the
Absolutely.
future.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want magical wood?
Yeah, I'll grab some magical wood.
I bet you will, Bill.
I grab magical wood
you
every
will.
night. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
We were transported here. Why shouldn't we be entitled to some magical wood we found in the fairy forest? Yeah, let's grab it.
Awesome. Each of you were able to bring with you about 8 pounds, we'll say, of Wilden Heart's wood. Wilden Heart's wood is what it's called. For each of you who want it, it's Wilden Heart's wood.
8 pounds of Wilden Heart's wood.
Yes, additional loot here is there's a necklace that kind of is on one of the pile of ashes that looks like it's probably worth about 100 gold points.
Grab it.
Necklace. There are 3 daggers, 3 kind of like darkling daggers. So a regular convention of D&D games is you have one person who is the bookkeeper, right? They're the keeper of the loot that is shared group loot. I don't know if any of you wants to be that person. I do not tend to keep people's loot, the most efficient way I've seen online is to use a Google Doc and have a spreadsheet that's like our party funds are, and we have these items, and this is you know. So is any of you interested in being kind of the bookkeeper of the group?
Yeah.
Sven volunteers as tribute.
There you go, Sven, you're a
right.
bookkeeper.
So I'll set up the actual document later, but I'll just start taking
Okay.
it down on a notepad.
Was there
And
anything
we're
else I missed?
We're each gathering 8 pounds of wild and hearts wood, right?
Yep.
So that would be about math 32
32.
pounds.
Yep, that's correct.
And you said there was also a 100 gold piece worth
Necklace.
necklace.
Worth necklace.
Yeah. It's a golden kind of link chain that's got some what look like Sylvan inscriptions on them. Vim, you speak Sylvan. It's actually a poem about the Dusklands, which is where you are right now.
Just like a big gold chain with a clock on it.
Yeah, what up? Flavor Flav!
I got it all.
All right. And then you guys dismantle the bridge, I would imagine.
If he requests it, I don't oppose him. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, he'll tell you that he had been hunted, he and his people had been hunted by these Darklings, and these Darklings are agents of someone called the Queen of Vines. The Queen of Vines kind of rules over this little piece of territory in the Dusklands. And he wants to get the fuck out of here and get back with his family.
Well, I hardly blame him. These woods are obviously quite dangerous. Riddled with creatures, darklings, who wish us harm.
We're here. We'll keep him safe.
We will do our best.
How's everyone feeling? Did anyone get hurt? Or are we all okay?
I think I'm pretty good. I fared surprisingly well in that battle. I don't know how.
All right.
I'm slightly hurt.
Byers stands up and he looks over at you and he just places his hand on your chest where you took the wound, and
Oh.
he heals you for 9 points of damage.
So Jax no longer needs LASIK surgery, I take it.
No,
There you go, furry one.
thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm glad to be of assistance. I owe a life debt to you.
We'll do anything we can to protect you and your people.
And I you in your journey as well.
Oh, did you say you had a name? I
My name
must
is
have forgotten.
Bayer.
Yeah, he said it like 5 times, Sven. I know you're going senile, but
Certainly am. Fire the Wilden.
you know I just out of love for you, my mentor.
Did someone say something?
Nothing, don't worry about it.
He's also now in your character journal.
Excellent. Oh, that's cool. That's something we can consult?
Yes. Consult the journal! He also
Well-
just popped up on the stream
There he
because
is.
magics.
Oh, that's
Wait,
just
what?
really cool.
Oh, cool.
All right. So what's your plan, team?
Should we
All right.
continue? I mean, I feel like Bayer should
Yes.
lead us towards this waterfall. He seems to know the way.
We are happy to lead you there. We know exactly how to get to the waterfall from here in a far more efficient way than taking this stupid trail. We can go through the woods together, and we will make it much more quickly, I think.
Nothing bad ever happens in the woods.
Nothing bad ever happens in the woods. All right. So as you guys he starts leading you off, and there's no path here. He just seems to kind of know where he's going, and he moves very quickly. He's very obviously familiar with and knows this land quite well. As you're moving, you seem to be straddling this is the area of the Feywild you're in now is called the Dusklands. Jax, you rolled well enough to know that the way the Feywild works in Faerun is time doesn't move, you move into time. In other words, there is a part that is always summer and it is always daylight. There is a part that is always summer and always night. There's a part that is always spring and always daylight, spring and always night, and in between them are these areas called either the morning lands or the dusk lands, depending on which way you're going, where it gets towards dark and things start to shift. And you seem to be now moving parallel in the dusk lands. It's not getting any darker. It's not getting any more foreboding. It is just foreboding enough and just dark enough to know that you're in an area that's not super safe for people. And as you keep heading down the path, you take about another hour and a half, which actually cuts about 2 hours off your time, before you do finally make it back to the stream and follow it for another 20 minutes. And you hear the waterfall before you see it is this rushing cacophony of sound over a 300-foot plunge into a pool below you. The waterfall, the island itself actually takes up most of the lake. And as you can see, you stand now atop where you see the green here, like for about 5 blocks out. This area is the waterfall.
Ah.
And then it dives down into this pool, at the center of which is this large island that's covered in like brown tangle. It's like I found it. We're here. Home is just on that island, I think.
Do we need to do anything to activate this portal? We were told the portal would be needed to return home.
I'm not 100%. We're not 100% sure how it works.
Oh, but this is the spot.
We do believe this is a spot.
How did you plan on getting back?
We figured we'd figure it out when we got here.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. So, forest, as you look over this plunge, forest surrounds the lake on all sides, and the cliff itself, vines kind of crawl up it, and it's magnificent and it's cool. And he goes, down there is the portal to my land, and it's a land of pine trees as far as the eye can see, and towering oaks, and it's cool and it's crisp and it's lovely, and my clan will be safe there, and from there we can help you get back to your homes as well.
Oh, well, lead on. Let us
As you
cross
say-
this little river.
As you say lead on, this explosion of butterflies comes out of the top of the waterfall, and for a moment you're dazzled by the color of it, and it seems like they start to form themselves into this shape, and the flapping is disorienting and fluttering, and then all of a sudden they form this hollow circle that sits at like a 45-degree angle to the waterfall itself.
Is this the portal that we seek?
I don't know.
That was more of a rhetorical question, Buyer, but I appreciate you trying to help us out.
Well, I've never been threatened by butterflies before. Why now?
We may as well approach the circle of butterflies, right?
To do so, you have to wade into the water and kind of all the way up to the edge of the waterfall. Looking down is 300-foot drop.
Oh, well, too steep
Well then.
for my bones.
We surely wouldn't survive that.
Is there no path down or anything that we can see?
You would have to climb.
Great.
It is water at the bottom.
No way to tell how deep that is, though, is there?
300 feet down.
Can we all swim, or should we try to jump in and swim across?
Swimming is an athletics check.
I would surely drown.
Same.
Jack's, I feel, maybe the only one.
Let
Who
me
could-
have or well, I have dexterity. I mean, would that help or
Sure.
okay?
What do you want to do?
So which which way um, which way do we think we want to go? I'm a little confused.
Buyer goes, you mean the fast way or the slow way? Like, through or
I vote
across?
the safe way.
I concur. Safer is better.
I would like to survive long enough to make it back home.
I would like to. I don't know. Sorry.
Oh, you're okay. What are you thinking, folks?
Are we trying? I guess I'm confused. I guess, are we trying to get down the waterfall, or are we trying to get towards the middle?
So, it is all down from here. The only way for you to
Okay.
go is down.
Oh, okay.
You would either have to climb down the cliff, essentially, or jump off the waterfall.
Okay.
That is
Well,
apparently the question. You feel like you're a fucking cat. You'd be fine, you think.
well.
But the rest of
I'll,
these guys...
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and climb down, since I have that. I'm a good climber.
You are a
Yes.
good climber. Everyone else is going to need to make athletics checks, DC 15.
I would try to climb, but
I think
You guys are so bad at everything regarding strength. It's so...
This should be hilarious.
It's
are we just gonna do our
endearing.
athletics right now?
Yeah, if you guys are going to climb down, you should do your athletics.
I
Okay.
got a rope. Hold on. Wait, no, don't jump yet.
Too late.
Do we need to do this tandem, Sven? Do you want me to tie you to my back?
I am not jumping.
Tie you.
What are you doing?
I am climbing down
Okay.
very,
So,
very slowly.
yes. You needed a DC 15 athletics check to properly climb down, except for Jax, who has a natural climbing speed, and can just climb down, because tabaxi. The rest of you, however, who have failed, fall 200 feet into the water.
Oh no.
Are
Sploosh!
they alive?
It's water. Sploosh!
Isn't that?
And
Oh,
take 1, 2, boop, 3 points of damage apiece.
oh. Well.
But Jax, you're able to
That's not worth
successfully.
it.
Oh.
I'm surely Sven couldn't be any better than us at this point. He's got to have taken quite a hit.
Is there I haven't jumped yet. Is there anywhere I can secure a rope to?
Could I climb? Could I climb back up and tie him?
Yeah, just tie me up and push me off.
Yeah.
We'll use him as driftwood.
As
Yeah,
you start climbing back up, this giant, you see bubbles coming out of the water, and just underneath you, Kazara, this giant toad comes up, and it's literally a giant toad, and tries to take a bite at you.
Oh.
Combat! Everybody roll initiative.
Bum, 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 bum.
Did you forget again?
Check me
Oh.
out.
Oh, but
Up in
I think it
today.
worked because I had myself selected. So it looks like it worked.
Hey, it worked. Look at that. Good job.
Hey.
Hey. Ew. Blink. This is a surprise round. Do I have everybody's initiative? I do. Awesome. So it will be the giant toads first. Giant toad number 1 goes for a bite attack at Kazara.
Ouch.
So at this point, we're going to say you're halfway up the cliff, Jax. Sven, you're at the top of the cliff, and Bayer is at the top of the cliff.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Oh, so can I? Can I do the bard?
On your turn.
Okay, sorry.
Yep. So what is your AC again, Kazara?
Uh,
Front, top, center of the page.
armor class?
Yes.
11.
11. You feel the toad take you by the waist, and I need you to make a strength check.
Strength?
In its mouth, yes.
I need to strengthen to his mouth?
Yes. You need to make a strength check. As he attempts to swallow you, and he swallows you. You feel yourself get swallowed up by this toad, and you are now inside this toad. You were restrained and blinded in a toad.
Good.
This is not good news for me.
It's bad news. The other toad comes up and will take a swipe at Vim, and will also attempt to have some dinner. Boink! He will hit. I need you to make a strength check, Vim, a strength saving throw. You actually make it. And you're able to kick him off. You do, in the meantime, however, take... Boop. 8 points of damage, as he just takes a gash out of the side of your leg.
I am unconscious.
Vim is unconscious and slowly sinking to the bottom of the lake. And
Wait,
we go
I'm
to the
cu-
top
I'm
of
just
the order.
curious, why is Vim unconscious? Because he couldn't take that
I
back
am
of the leg.
out of hit points.
Yeah, he
Oh,
went to
gotcha.
0 hit points.
That's
Oh.
bad news bears.
Yep. And Sven, it's your go.
So, I see that Kazara has been swallowed.
And now there's
I
a lot of
draw my
blood in the water
rapier.
where Vim was. Yes?
I draw my rapier.
Yep.
I look down the 300 feet.
Yes.
I say, 7 oaths. And I leap straight down, doing a swan dive straight at the toad.
I love it. First of all, give yourself fucking... I just blanked on it because it's getting late in my brain. Give yourself an inspiration because that's fucking awesome. So
Yes.
you will see a little... next to your strength, there's a thing called inspiration. Click on that. At any point in time you want, you can add 1d8 to any one d20 roll that you want.
Awesome.
And then you will have used that inspiration. You swan dive off, rapier in hand, wind rushing by you, make an attack roll.
Oh, do I not have to do an acrobatics or anything?
Make an attack roll.
Yes. All right. Here we go.
And you slice right the fuck into him. Your dagger, your rapier just sinks into him. Roll, and then add 3d4 damage to it.
All right.
Avenge me!
3d4.
And then slash roll, space, 3d4.
4.
Nice! 16 points of damage. Loves. He's certainly not dead, but you have done significant damage to him. You have pierced through him. Kazar, you feel this piece of blade, you feel this thud on top of the giant toad as you, the toad, and Sven all head down into the water a little bit. As Sven lands on top of the toad and sinks this rapier into him, it just nicks the side of your shoulder. Doesn't hurt you, but there's somebody up there trying to rescue you. Vim, I need you to make a death saving throw. All you gotta do is click on your character sheet where it says death saving throw. You know what it's called? Yeah, death saves. Alright, you have succeeded at your first death save. 3 successes, you are stabilized. 3 failures, you are dead. Whichever one you get to first is what happens. Kazara, it's your go. You are inside a toad, you're restrained, so things are hard to do, but you may be able to pull something off. What do you got?
Oh my gosh, what if I used thaumaturgy to physically rid myself of this toad?
Thaumaturgy is only cinematic effects.
Okay,
It is a
then
way to make
what?
yourself impressive, but it will not do damage.
Let's see, what if I tried... Is there any way I could get color spray to work while I'm inside of a toad?
Let's take a look at it. I'm pretty sure it has a somatic component, but maybe not.
I should really just look at what I can really do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Maybe acid splash would be my best bet.
Give him some serious indigestion.
Yeah, I mean, if I could just like give him the worst heartburn of his life.
Yeah, I'm gonna want you to make a strength check to be able to move your
gonna
hands.
like 90% sure I'm gonna fail
Because
that.
you are restrained, and normally restrained means you cannot use somatic hand components. But because I like a cinematic game and I think it's awesome, I want to give you the opportunity to make it happen. Make a strength check. No. All right. So you attempt to like form the proper symbols with your hands, and you're just like you're in these muscles like down in his stomach, and it's gross in there, and you just can't get it to happen quite right. As you're kind of stuck in there, it's just like. Blurp, blurp. You can attempt to get out at the end of your turn as well. It is again a strength check to start working your way out.
Is that it for me though? For right
No,
now?
at the end of the turn, which is now, because your turn attempt was to take your action, right? And just like any other saving throw, I allow you to make an attempt to escape as a saving throw at the end of the turn.
Okay, so if I were to try to escape, how would I go about doing that?
So cinematically, we could see you're clawing your way out of his mouth. Mechanically, you make another strength check. Nope. Yeah, you're still kind of stuck in there, like. And that's your go, Jax.
I see Vim over there struggling, and I run up to him. I see that he's passed out, and I use healing word.
He is about 10 feet underwater. You're about 150 feet up.
Can I dive down? Or...
Yes, healing word has range, but I don't think it's 150 feet. But if you dive down, we can call that your full movement, and then you could totally use healing word.
Okay.
Why is it showing this? I told it only to look at the one fucking thing. Oh well. Yeah, because it has a 60-foot range. You'd actually have to get down there. So you dive down. You'll take a little bit of damage on the way down. 3 points of damage. As you hit the water, you're not quite graceful. You're a cat. Water's not your friend. Yeah. But you are able to do your healing word.
Okay. So that's...
1d4 plus your cast modifier. Plus your spell casting modifier. Which is 5. For complete full 9 points of health. So you go from knocked the fuck out to all the way back to full health, Vim. God, fucking level 1, right? In one go. Now that was 2 spells that are level 1 spells. So I believe you're out of spells at this point.
Oh. Okay.
Right? Oh. Because you should have 2 spell slots at level 1? Is that correct? Yes. So if you look on your character sheet on spells, it says 2 and then 0, right? So 2 is the total number of spells you can cast. Yep. And you've cast 2 healing words. So you are out of level 1 spells.
Oh, okay.
Right? Until you take what's called a long rest. Long rest is
Okay.
8 hours of chilling out. It's 6 hours, normally 6 hours of sleep and 2 hours of hanging out, is what it's kind of like that.
Okay.
But you have successfully resuscitated Vim, who's 10 feet underwater right now. He's going to need to swim up. It's Giant Toad's turn. Giant Toad is going to attempt to buck Sven off of him. Make a dexterity saving throw, Sven.
Perfect. Well, oh crap.
You're great. You're able to hang on. You've got your what is it called? Your rapier kind of stuck into him, and he just kind of tries to jump out of the water and get you off. But he doesn't. You're able to kind of hang on as he splooshes off. But the 3 of you are actually carried up and over, and Jax, you see this as these 3 fly over you and go over here as that toad jumps out of the water. I forgot to roll for Bayer for his initiative.
Oh, is he still here? I forgot all about him.
Yeah. He's your buddy. You want Bayer to be here. He's a cleric.
My will not be shaken.
He did quite well, so we'll let him go now. And then we'll do the other Toad's turn. He will also dive off. Go, fuck this shit!
Yes.
And take some damage. Where do you go? Out. Over here. There we go. And this ray of golden green light starts to form in his hands, and as that toad is going over him, he just flicks it at him, and this ball of golden green energy slams into its stomach as he casts a guiding bolt at it, which will not hit. Poop. Which is a bummer for him, because that's a spell slot. Poop. It goes squirreling on by him. Super bummer. Although, as a bard, you can take your bonus action. I'm just letting you know. You help that roll along, if you so choose.
Nice.
Okay.
But you would have to choose. You tell me how you would inspire him.
Just can I just be like, you can do it?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So that gives him an extra 1d6 to roll. You rolled that. Its AC is... He hits! As long as he rolled a 2, it's going to be fine. For 20 points of radiant damage. What you have left? This hole opens up in the stomach of the frog. He's still alive, but he's super fucked up. And Kazara, on your go, you're going to have advantage on your attempt to get out of him. Because he targeted his stomach, essentially did a lot of damage to his stomach. And it's Sven's go. You may be on mute.
I continue to slash at the frog beneath me. It's not dead yet, right?
It's not dead yet. It's close to dead. It's not dead. There's like guts falling out of it. Kazara, you smell fresh air.
You. Slash at it once more with my rapier. Yeah.
And you hit.
All right.
For 6, which is enough to take it out as you dig it the last of the way in, and you feel the frog actually in mid-flight go limp and sploosh into the water.
Kazara!
Kazara's still in. She'll get the chance to get out here in a second. The other giant toad is going to try and take a swipe at Jax. He just moves over a little bit, because I forgot his turn. I'm a bad person, but rolls a 2 and completely misses his swipe at you, Jax. You hear this, and he tries to grab at you and misses. Vim, you are awake and 10 feet underwater.
All right, I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna see the frog that just swiped at Jax, and I'm gonna swim as hard as I can with daggers out. And I'm going for it, just right up on its belly.
Okay, give me an athletics check. You're able to make it up. It takes all 30 feet of your movement to get up the 10 feet of water, essentially is what happens. Okay. You are still able to attack, but you'll have no additional movement this turn.
Okay, so,
That's a hit, buddy.
yeah, it is. All right. And then my offhand as well.
It's also a hit.
Here we
So
go.
10 points of total damage. Man, rogues are the shit.
Is my head above water at this point, or am I
Your
still
head is above water. You're able to breathe. You're able to get your whole body up. You just can't move anymore because it took all of your movement to get up above the water, but you were still able to slash at him with your daggers.
That'll work.
Kazara, you are still now in a dead frog. It's going to make it much easier for you to get out as all the muscles have relaxed. At this point, we'll just say it takes your movement to claw your way out of this giant frog of doom. So you'll have no movement, but may take an action.
So should I try to just struggle my way out? I don't think I could get any magic to work in here, should I? I should just push
Yeah.
my way through this frog's innards.
Yes, which you can do freely now that he's dead. It just takes all of your movement to do it. You will still have all of your, like, you will still be able to cast a spell or hit the dude with your staff or whatever. You just won't be able to move.
Maybe I'll try to hit the dude with my... Am I close enough to hit him with a staff?
Absolutely.
I would love to do that. I'm going to quarterstaff his ass.
I quarterstaff you. You are now flanking, so just to let you guys know, new combat mechanic, as this is many of your first game, as long as you are on the opposite plane, and I'll just draw it here, right? So if you're here, and you have buddies here, right, you are flanking. Flanking gives you advantage, which allows you to use the better of the two rolls to hit. Now, if Vim were here, it wouldn't count, because then you'd be on the same plane, right? But because you're considered harrying, that's not actually a term in 5th edition, I don't think, but it's what a lot of people say, and he's got to start looking in different directions, you get advantage. Cool? Which is awesome.
Cool.
Capiche.
Into it.
Gabish. Flanking is an important concept. You hit for 6 damage. You whack him on his ass, and there's like this crunching sound. Frog legs.
Delicious.
Delicious. It actually, I forgot, Buyer is up here, right? Yeah, okay. And then Buyers go. Buyer will cast Sacred Flame at the giant toad. Again, a smaller globule of this green gold light comes streaking out of his hands. The toad needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which he makes, so he will take no damage. He's just not being great right now at this whole helping you guys like he wants to.
One lucky frog.
Yeah, super lucky frog. And then Jax.
All right. Can I just like use my cat claws on him? On the frog?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I jump up and I leap up onto the frog's back and I dig my claws into his, or I try to dig my claws into his back.
Do it up.
So
You hit. So you just go click on Cat's Claws in the chat box for damage. There you go. Boink. For 6 points of damage as you rake across the side of his face, and this blood starts oozing out of it. It looks like his eye's a little fucked up now. He's starting to not look super great. And then it's the Mr. Toad's go. He's super mad at you for raking at him with his claw. Rolls a 9, which is lower than your armor class, and will miss you again as he tries to bite at you again. He seems super hungry. Sven.
Yes, I will. So I'm standing on this frog corpse, right?
It's slowly sinking beneath you at this point, but yeah.
I have no time to worry about that. I sheathe my red pier, draw my bow, and fire my arrow at the other one.
Do it up.
Here we go. Ha!
Hit.
Yes. Sven's doing it.
Sven's doing it. And you hit him in the back. It kind of sinks into between a couple of his ribs, and you hear this kind of low ribbity noise. He's still up, but he's looking pretty bloody. Vim.
All right.
Stabby, stab, stab.
Hit. For 5. All right.
And offhand.
Also hits. Yay, advantage for 2.
Yay.
He's still up, but he is
murking this frog.
He's fucking rogue, dude. Rogues are all about that DPS. He looks fucked up. He's got cuts all over him, an arrow sticking out of him. One of his legs seems to be cracked. His eyes clawed. He's still up. Buyer, in an attempt to redeem himself in front of his new friends, is going to attempt a Sacred Flame on him again. And he needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which he fails this time, which is great, because now he can actually do damage. And he does 6 points of damage, which is enough to this green gold finally slams into the side of him, and you hear this sickening and the toad finally gives up the ghost and starts slipping below the water.
Yes.
woohoo!
Whew. Was quite. Yeah,
I'm sorry I couldn't be of much help, everyone. I was being digested. I'm glad you
glad
all.
to see you're safe.
I'm glad you all were victorious.
Are you hurt? Are you digested?
So you're all
That's a
currently
great question.
floating in the water. He did not get a chance to start digesting you. It would have happened on his next turn.
Oh, gross.
Well, thank the
right.
gods for that.
Bob.
Well, actually, you can thank me, but yeah, no problem.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sven. I apologize.
The gods sent me, so you're more or less correct.
This is true.
All right, so I'm gonna swim my way up to the shore of this island here.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, if I'm able, I'm gonna make it to land finally.
All right. Yeah, you guys are at this point easily all able to make it to land.
Dry at last.
Bayer kind of climbs up and starts looking around. The entire area, as you're now on it, is covered in vines. And he starts digging through the vines, and he goes, "I don't. We know the portal's here, but we don't see it. We thought it would be more obvious with this. We apologize. We think it must be buried in these vines." And he starts kind of clawing through the vines.
I want to look around and see if there's any paths at all, anything that looks like we could get in here.
Can I burn these vines down?
Maybe. Why don't you try?
Okay.
What do you want
Why
to burn
don't
it
I
with?
try? Burning hands? Am I able to do that? Or have create bonfire?
Either one. I mean,
what if-
create bonfire is probably more helpful. I don't know.
Bonfire's probably better. You
Let's-
only probably have how many burning hands do you have left today?
Oh, I didn't know I had a limit.
You have a
Sure.
very small limit.
Yeah, you have two. You each, I think, only have 2 spells a day
Fine.
at this point. Let's see, Kazara. We take a look at your
I
spells.
might have
Yeah,
one.
you have used a color spray today, or oh no, you used acid splash and chill touch. You haven't used either of your big money spells yet.
Okay, well, I'm going to use create bonfire,
Okay.
which doesn't appear to have worked very well.
It doesn't matter.
Or did it?
You do a little bit of damage. It's not enough to actually burn the bonfire. It's not enough to actually burn any of the vine away, but you have created a fire in 1 5-foot square somewhere. Where did you want it to be?
Where do I want it to be?
Yes.
Here? Is that acceptable?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a little fire there. It's burning. It doesn't seem to have burned any of the vines away. Vin, you had said you had walked in a little bit to the island, or are you just kind of standing there on the edge?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a way in. Like, if there's any path through the vines or any way I can.
I mean, the vines are literally on the ground. The whole area is covered in vines. You can walk on them. It's
Okay.
not. They're not vertical. They're on the ground itself, as if it is a carpet of vines.
I want to start moving towards the center of the island.
Okay. Bayer is actually going with you as you move up. And once you guys get to right about where you were there, I need you both to make DC 11 dexterity saving throws.
Ooh.
Wow.
So weirdly, the tree person is able to kind of dodge out of the way, but Vim, you are grabbed by vines. You are held in place now by vines that wrap up out of the ground and hold on to you.
Yay.
No.
Can I run up? I want to run up and grab him.
Do it.
I run up and I grab Vim's arm, and I'm just trying to hold him from being taken by the vines.
Awesome. Are you gonna try and pull him out? Is that what you,
Yeah.
Yeah. Bayer will actually help you. Go ahead and make a strength check or an athletics check with advantage.
An athletics check.
Yep.
Sorry.
So you just click on the skill athletics. Yep. Between the two of you, you are able to rip him free. But as you move up there, Jax, you grab him, you pull him out, and as you twist around, I need you to make a DC 11 dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And you were able to easily dance out of the way of the some vines that try and come up and grab you. And as you do, the whole island itself starts to rumble. There's this shaking to it, and the water around you begins to bubble and boil, and you hear this deep female sonorous voice say, "Who dares disturb the Queen of Vines? Take them!" And out of the water comes 4 what look like walking fish people.
Fish people?
Yes.
Stop where you are.
Walking fish people at that.
Yeah, fish people with legs and arms. Called, you don't know what they're called. You might know what they're called. Make a nature check.
Anyone and everyone, or
Anyone who wants to.
I'll make a nature check. Oh, dope.
Oh, apparently, Sven, we're relatively well versed in this. Maybe
Yes. We've seen them or something.
we've researched.
what's a nature?
Oh, Jax is like all knowing.
I know about these fish people.
Dude, bards are the fucking shit. So I love bard, by the way, is my favorite class, and not just because they sing and dance and make noise, but also because they know fucking everything, and you're just proving it tonight. That is a Kuatoa that I just shared with you on the page. It is a giant walking fish person, native to the Feywild, but also certain deeper sea parts of the normal world as well. They're known to be an evil race. They're known to be led by a group called the Kuatoa Whips, who are kind of like their sergeants, and they tend to run in packs of like 4 to 6. These ones apparently are serving the spirit of this island as they move in to attack you, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
How many must I kill today?
How many must die?
Ah,
Oh,
So much for that dexterous rogue shit, huh?
Right?
fine. If the giant frog people dying isn't enough, we'll make tiny fish people die.
We are just creating a wake of destruction, aren't we, today?
Welcome to D&D.
Yes.
We kill and we talk, and we make fun of people.
We're ruining everyone's day.
All right. I got everybody on here. There's a Jax, Kazara, Bayer, Vim, Sven. Perfect. Okay. Jax, you actually are fastest. Fastest and bestest. You see them essentially appear on shore here.
let's see.
Light music.
Oh,
This is my fight song. I'm just kidding.
Nice.
I would like to how far do I have to be away? I have to be away for the short bow? I have to be
You're in great range for a short bow right now.
okay.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the first shot and hit the guy with my short bow. This one on the or at the bottom.
This guy? Oop. Ping.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Do it up. All right. Click that sharp bow. What is your AC, son? Son! If I roll something there. Yeah, and with a... It slams right into him. Go ahead and you rolled 11 damage, and it actually looks like it did a good deal of damage to the little guy. He takes it kind of in the kidney, not the kidney, in the liver, and he just but luckily, cod liver oil is pretty great for you, so if you can harvest that later.
Caviar everywhere.
Caviar everywhere. The Kuatoa Whip, who is kind of the boss leader, it's this guy right here. casts. He takes a 10-foot step forward and will. Let me make sure I can do this properly. Beep. 30 feet. They'll take a few more steps forward. There. And then he will cast a spell at Jax, Vim, and Sven as you feel this unholy energy as he casts at you, right?
Good, Murloc.
You're welcome. I need each of you to make a charisma saving throw.
Got it. Oh, no.
So you were the only one who failed. So you must roll a d4 and subtract that number from every attack or saving throw you make, as you now are under the effects of Bane.
Oh, I see. From here on.
Bane.
Oh, I got baned.
You got baned. And that's his whole go, but the other Kuatoas get to go now. This Kuatoa is going to step up and chuck a spear at Vim. Vim, what is your AC?
16.
Just barely hits you for 5 points of damage. This Kuatoa is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, up to here, and chuck one at Sven, and it misses right past you into the water. And this Kuatoa is going to come up. He actually gives this, like, death glare at Bayer, and he chucks it past Jax into Bayer, and will miss. And it clatters off into the vines. Kazara, it's your go.
I would like to use my light crossbow, I suppose, on this closest...
You want to be... Did you not want to be in the water?
I don't, but I didn't know if I had a choice.
You always have a choice.
All right,
We were-
cool.
we
Well, I
were-
choose to not be in the water.
There you go. Where would you like to be? You can be kind of anywhere near Sven or the other group, however you like. You
I go
created
right
a
here?
bonfire here, so I imagine you're close to that. Yeah, you could absolutely be right there. Although, you are now engaged in combat with a fish person.
Right.
Like, they can just kind of hit you.
Ooh.
So you don't... If
What
you
if
wanted
I-
to start not there, I'll let you not start there.
Eh?
Perfect.
Hey, what if my dagger
there
range?
we go.
Crossbow, because I have more range with a crossbow. I don't know what my dagger range is.
It's
60 foot
shorter.
cone. Oh,
Yeah, but either way, you're well within range.
I'm perfect. Can I hit anyone else or just the guy closest to me?
You only have one attack, and that attack will be on whichever one of those guys you want.
All right, let's just take care of this clown.
Kazara, if you burning hands them, you can get all of them right now.
Really? That's a good point.
Well, maybe not all of them, but a whole lot of
Ben,
them.
this is why you're my mentor. So I'm gonna use Burning Hands, and this is going
Step
to
it up.
get 60-foot cone. Of
60-foot cone?
60-foot cone of enemies.
Oh, wow.
So, 60
Why on
foot?
Sven?
Is it really that good? I haven't had a character use Burning Hands in a while. Let's see.
That's
15-foot cone. 15-foot
15.
cone.
Where did I get 60?
Because I probably put it in there wrong.
Alright,
it's
cool.
15. Yeah.
You can get three
Well,
of them, though.
Still,
Yeah,
that's
if you
pretty
can
damn
take a
good.
5-foot step up, and then cast it, for sure.
Like here?
Yeah, with the bet that you might melt all their faces. Yes.
All right, let's melt some faces.
This is what you're for.
Can I inspire her at all? Or
You can, but it won't matter for spell casting. It's only on d20 rolls. They will have to make dexterity saving throws on this one.
All right,
Do it
so
up.
Burning Hands.
Burning the motherfucking hands! Alright. So we need 15 points of damage. Okay. That's a lot for a little guy.
Wow.
They are plus that to dex. Okay. And so it's going to hit, what, 2 of them? Let's see. 5, 10, 15. No, it's going to hit 3. Alright. So the 2 nubs and then the boss guy. Nubs. One of them makes it and will take half damage. One of them fails. And then the boss also fails. So this guy dies in this horrible, shrieking, but incredibly pleasant smelling fish smell. It's like,
God, I bet it smells like barbecue.
yeah.
Scrumptious.
This Kuatoa is on fire and seems really freaked out that he got out of the water today, but he's still around.
Fish fry.
And the whip seems to take it in stride. He gets hit by it, but he's like, meh. It actually takes half damage from that. All right. And then it's Byer's go. Byer, who's super pissed, is going to run up here. He needs to make a DC 11 dexterity saving throw to do so, because he moved more than 5 feet, which he makes. And he's going to go try and stab this motherfucker with his +1 tree spirit dagger. Boop! Hits. For 6 piercing. Do not attack my friends!
Yeah, buyer. Yeah.
There we go. You know, they're a cleric. Their job's to get into
You are
fights.
Groot.
I am Groot. Vim.
Vim, I am going to actually keep my dagger sheathed and pull out my short bow.
Okay.
Sure thing.
And I'm going to take a shot at the top guy up here. This. It's not right.
Hey,
There we
top
go.
guy.
This guy.
Do it up.
Ah.
Happily hits. 5 piercing. You get him like right in like, so you know fish have a big meaty mouth, and so it's like right in the side of his mouth. He's certainly still up, but he looks not happy. Sven,
Well, do I still have move? Oh wow.
you do still have movement should you choose to move.
If I move like one spot, do I still have to make a saving throw?
You can try and find out.
We're try and find out. Yeah, we're gonna try and find out. We're gonna go right here.
Nope, you're good.
Sweet.
Jax.
That's
Oh no, Sven. I just accidentally skipped you a little there. Sven.
Oh, thank you. It's like, all right. I'm noticing that Vim's actually pretty dang good when he has someone helping him, so I'm gonna move in to support that. I'm gonna ignore that. I'm gonna draw my rapier and shield, and I'm gonna walk. Oh, how do I do ruler stuff? Well, here we go. Oh, sweet, just
Yep.
like that, huh? Go
Yep.
there,
Super simple.
and then I'm gonna go from there to there.
Awesome.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. It looks like, but either way.
Sweet.
All right.
You're attempting to not provoke an attack of opportunity as you walk into a threatened area. That's what you're
Exactly.
saying. Yeah, okay. No, I got you. You can totally make it. I do, however, need you to make a DC 11 dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Which you fail, and you get stuck in vines right there.
Oh. Well, shit.
And that is your turn.
That's
Jax.
the end.
Yep.
All right.
You get wrapped up and grappled.
I guess this would be intimidation, not charisma. If I would like, because I'm a cat and they're fish, so I kind of want to be like, hey, fish, and like scare them off and like unleash my
Just like hiss
claws.
at 'em.
Be like,
So you want to try and intimidate them.
yeah.
I like it. Go ahead.
So I approach.
Make a performance check. Yeah, you can approach. If you move more than 5 feet, you need to make a DC 11 dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Ooh, that was a cool
Yeah.
sound.
You're good to go. You and your cat-like reflexes are able to kind of dodge as you're moving along. You're great. What are you doing?
So I unfurl my claws and I'm like, come at me, you fish. I'm gonna eat your faces off.
I'm gonna eat your faces off! I love it.
This is like your prime dinner right here. Like,
Yeah.
fancy feast.
Make a
Yeah.
performance check.
Okay, performance.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This one up here looks absolutely terrified by the fact that it is now being attacked by a cat, which it knows is occasionally it is food for cats. This guy looks fine. He looks at you and he kind of smirks because he's the big bad anyways. And then this guy also looks a little freaked out by that. You don't know what the effects of them are, but two of them certainly look scared. And it's the whip's go. Unless you have anything else you want to do.
don't. I'll hit the. I want to take out my short bow and hit the middle guy. I don't know how you.
Sure, yeah, do it up. You just say, I'm going to hit that guy. You just ping him.
Okay.
You go, I'm going to shoot that guy.
So I draw my short bow and.
Yep, and you will hit. Yep, for 6. He kind of shrugs it off. It cuts him. It's done some damage, but he seems a lot tougher than the other ones. And with that, it's the whips go. I got my whip. I got my whip. It's my Kuatoa whip. All right. So, yeah, not Shield of Faith. Sacred Flame at, he looks like he's casting this kind of dark bluish energy. He looks at Jax and he goes, "You're the one who's gonna be food tonight." And he chucks some energy at you. It is Sacred Flame. 1 second, let me make sure I have the rule right. You make a dexterity saving throw. Jax.
Okay.
And this time, you actually fail to save, despite your cat-like reflexes, as this green kind of gross energy slams into the center of your chest. And you take 5 points of damage.
So each time I take damage, that's hit points.
That is hit points, yes. And so what
Okay,
you do is you
so-
subtract... Yeah.
Okay, so I'm that was like 1 over
All
three
right.
hit points.
Okay. So you pass out. You're not dead, but you go to 0 hit points and have passed out. Until you are revived in some way, you are unable to take an action, which I normally mark with a red dot. So you all see this green globule of energy just like impact Jackson, like seep into her form, and she collapses to the ground. The Kuatoa in front of Bayer is going to make an attack at him with disadvantage from being intimidated. And he will miss. And then the other Kuatoa is actually going to step up this way and attack Bayer as well, because he's closest and they're natural enemies, and will also miss, thanks to Jax, who gave a little bit of her life force for you guys. But they're no longer intimidated, because she fell down, and it's one turn effect, 'cause it's not like magic or anything. It's just awesome roleplay. All right, and with that, it's Kazara's go.
Am I able to use one of my cantrips again? Anytime?
You
Or
make
is there-
cantrips are you can use as many fucking times as you want.
Fucking sweet.
Once a turn, of
I-
course, but as many fucking times as you want.
Gotcha, right. I would love to use Chill Touch on this clownfish right here.
Clownfish, motherfucker, hit him. That's a hit for 3. He looks super fucked up and a little chilly, but he doesn't go down. Any other action, any movement, any bonus action?
Oh, I get to go again?
Well, you have a bonus action. If you have a spell that says bonus, that takes a bonus action, you could cast it. I don't think you do. Or you
don't
could
think I do
move, yeah, or you could move 30 feet.
I'm gonna move here. Because I
Alrighty,
feel like I could be of use there.
sweet. Bayer is going to take a stab, and he's now flanking. Thank you for allowing him a flank. With advantage on that really fucked up looking Kuatoa, who he will stab. Only had 1 hit point left, and so he jabs him in the eye with that wooden dagger that he created. And the fish crumples to the ground. And it's Vim. Oh shit! And I forgot, when Jax goes down, because he has a super cool effect, I was hoping someone would go down within 5 feet of him. The other Kuatoa needs to, and fails, at a dexterity saving throw. you see him enrage for just a moment, and these splinters fly out of him at every enemy within 5 feet. He actually looks like he's gotten a little tougher and does some damage to that fish person as a bunch of like largish wooden splinters embed themselves in it. We do not like it when you take down our friends. And it's Vince go. Sorry. That is a reaction that he is allowed to do.
I'm gonna move.
Because
one
wildlings
space
are
up
sweet.
next to Jax.
Yep.
Right here.
Uh-huh.
And I want to give her this Fey Deer blood vial that I got earlier.
So I will let you know, that brings them back from the dead. She is not dead.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then.
Yes.
That does not help.
You could try, but the Mother Doe made it clear to you that what she hopes this will do. Dead, not passed out and dying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, one freebie.
Then, in that case, I'm going to. I'm going to take one more step. Actually, I want to get to here.
Make a dexterity saving throw. You can.
Yes.
Let's see, because you're here.
Oh,
Yeah, you can do that without getting an attack of opportunity.
Cool.
But you do need to make a dexterity. Yeah.
Saving throw.
You're good. You're able to dance your fucking way around it because you're a rogue, and that's what rogues do. Some vines try to snap at you, but they miss. Do what you need to do.
I'm gonna take my main attack at the little guy next to Jax.
All right.
With my main dagger.
It's
8.
8. As you stab him. He's not down, but he's fucking hurt. Yeah.
Alright, well then I'm gonna go ahead and do my second.
Okay.
Same.
And that takes him down. No, it doesn't. Nope. Had to be just a little bit better than that. He's still up, but he looks fucking shredded. He's gonna be Fish Taco, the next person who hits him.
Fish tacos.
Sven!
Yeah. Here I am. Well, I'm stuck in the vines. I gotta save to get out, right?
You do. DC 11 dexterity saving throw.
All right, does that take my move action?
You do it at the end of your turn.
Oh, well.
So you will not have a move action, but you could attack something with your bow or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'll have to do. I'll help from over here. Give me just a second. Get my bow out. It's gonna be really cool. And I'm gonna fire at. This is the big bad, right? Oh, I don't know how to click. Yeah, that's the big bad.
That is the big bad. Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna go assist Kazara there. Fire over her shoulder.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Screaming between Kazara and Vim, this arrow slams into the guy for... Oh, and you did the +4? Oh, no, you didn't crit, so you only get the 9. But remember, you're minus 1d4. It didn't matter, it hit anyways. So you do 9 points of damage as another arrow just rails into this guy. He's still... I mean, he seems really tough compared to the other, like, fish folk around him. But you did do some real damage to him. Okay, Jax?
I'm gonna save to get out first.
Oh, yeah, make your save, I'm sorry.
Up. Done.
Oh, you're good. You're able to break free, and next turn we'll be able to move freely. Oh, no, you're still banged. Alright, so, Jax, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Okay.
So what you do is on your character sheet, you should see something in the center column called death save. And you succeed at your first one. I like to think, and it's a house rule I've used before, but I haven't used it in every game. A 20 on a death saving throw means you're stabilized. And I'm going to say we're going to do it in this game. Hold me to it if it doesn't happen later. So you no longer need to make death saving throws. You are at 0 hit points. You are unable to act, but you no longer have to take death saving throws.
Okay.
I hadn't thought about it up until today. Shit, I should have figured out all my house rules first, but we're going to make the call. And so you are stable. You are no longer dying. But you are still passed out. The Kuatoa Whip, he loves that miracle whip, will cast Sacred Flame at Kazara, who he feels like is currently his biggest threat, being that they're both casters. No, you know what? He's in close combat. He's going to try and stab... He has this, what looks like a two-pincered sort of spear thing And then he tries to shove at you, Kazara, and stab into you. What is your a 9 won't hit? And then he tries to take a bite at you, and rolls a natural 20. So he will crit on his bite as he just grabs right onto your shoulder and just takes a rend of flesh out of you for 8, 9, 10 points of damage.
Oh, I'm fucking dead.
Well, you are at 0 hit points. You are not dead, but you have passed out. Yeah.
I'm of no use.
And then the other Kuatoa goes and tries to stab, and he has advantage on this, Vim, and will also roll a natural 20. It's getting dark, folks.
Oh, I'm coming.
For 5, he didn't roll that great. 6 points of damage. Oh, wait. Nope. That's wrong. I rolled the wrong die. I rolled. It's what I rolled. Card laid is a card played. So 6 points of damage.
I'm out.
Oh, shit. As you pass out, as it is a new turn, that fish needs to make a dexterity saving throw. It does not. It takes enough damage to go down and die.
We're getting our asses kicked by fish, y'all.
Well, I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, fuck you,
In the Feywild, the fish eat you, bitches!
In the Soviet Caterpillar Falls.
But the dude that took you down, Vim, is also down. So it is Kazara's go. Kazara, I need you to make a death saving throw.
I don't know if I have that.
You do.
I have strength, dexterity,
So
constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma.
So in the center column.
Oh, dear.
You have failed your first death saving throw, so you mark a fail on that. And if you fail 3, you die.
Oh, I see now.
Yep.
It's
It's Buyer's go. Stable. Buyer takes a 5-foot step forward and places his hand on you. He's going to cast. Actually, he doesn't need to move up. He's going to move up because he's going to want to attack that other guy. He's going to cast Healing Word. For 7 points of healing damage on you, or healing damage, for 7 hit points returned, Kazara. You are now just prone, which means it'll take half your movement to get up. And then he's gonna use his other ability to touch, because Healing Word is a bonus spell. He's going to use his other. No, he's out. He only gets 2, I think. Hang on, check. And he used one earlier. Buyer's NPC, who is working with them. Yeah, he is now out of spells. So he cannot do that. So, yeah, he's gonna try and stab Captain Fish with a dagger. And miss. Vim, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Oh no.
All right, you have failed your first death saving throw. Sven, it's your go.
All right. Will I risk getting tangled up again if I move?
You figured out that if you move more than 5 feet, you risk getting tangled up.
And that'll end my turn. Or if I fail it, that'll end my turn.
Yes, if you fail it, it will end your turn.
It's risky. So I will move 5 feet up and fire an arrow at the big boss.
Okay. Hit? How's that not a crit? Oh, you rolled an 18. Okay. There you go.
So I'm archery, so I can
Yeah.
a 7.
You are Archer Master.
It's true. There
Do
we
it
go.
up. Oh, for 7 piercing. Now he's starting to look like a porcupine. He's still up, but he is super hurt. And then it's Jax's go. Jax, you're still down. You're at 0 hit points, so we go past you. And then it's to the Whip, who is going to take 2 attacks at Buyer. First attack is with his spear and misses. Second attack is with his bite and misses. So he jabs out at him. He takes a bite at him. Neither of them work. All the other Kuoto are dead. Kazara, it's your go.
All right, so all we have left is this clown right here.
All you have left is this clown. You are currently on the ground, but getting up just takes half your movement.
Since I'm right here, do I have enough strength to hit him with anything?
Do you have a spell? You should have one spell slot left, right?
Yeah, so say I wanted to use color spray on him.
You could totally do that.
All right. Let's do this.
Do this.
Ooh.
I think I got him.
Hang on a sec. Is that right? Oh, that's okay. So that is. I was like, that's a lot of damage. I forgot how color spray works. Your hand, how many? 15-foot cone originating from you. Starting with the creature with the lowest hit points. Each creature affected by the spell is blinded until the spell ends. So he is blind.
Oh, I forgot. That's
okay. It's
Well,
fine.
I helped.
But he can't fucking see, and that's pretty helpful.
I tried. I done things.
And then it's Byer's go. Byer is going to take a 5-foot step here. He pulls this red mushroom out of him, essentially, and he slams it into Vim's throat and slams Vim's mouth shut around it. Vim, you're going to heal 4 points of damage.
You take that mushroom with your face, Vim.
Take it with your face! And you are now just prone. You are no longer passed out. Clerics, man. It's all about them clerics. And then it's Vim's go. So you are prone with 4 hit points. You are also muted. Uh-oh. Everything's gonna look weird for a second. Everything's gonna look really weird for a second.
Everyone around.
Oh no!
Oh,
Okay,
no.
hang
Am
on
I
a sec.
working now, though?
You're working now.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh, that's easy enough to fix. Oh, if that's all it does, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Sorry.
No worries.
So it take my full movement to get up. Is that how it works?
You take half your movement to get up.
Well, I'm gonna take half my movement to get up, and the rest of my action to stab the crap out of this fish.
Okay.
Bow.
You hit? Yeah, absolutely.
Aha.
Or 8. All right, he's starting to look pretty rough, guys.
Oh, get it. I'm assuming the 21 hits.
Yes. Sorry, I'm also futzing with cameras. Because somebody had to leave. What's that about?
Why can't he just put them back where they were? I don't get this website. Do you have to
All
move
right,
their
there
little
we go.
stats and stuff, I'm guessing?
Yeah, that's probably true. All right, so 10 points total. Yeah, he looks. I already subtracted 8 from that, so real math. Okay, there we go. Yeah, 2 more cuts. You're slowly turning him into fish fillet, and it's Sven's go.
Here I come. One step closer. And one arrow to the fish.
To the fish!
To the fish. Bah!
Hit!
Oh, I'm so lucky today. Yes.
For 13.
Oh, wait.
Or for
16
fun.
minus 1d4, though. I'm going to be fair.
Oh, yeah, minus 1d4. Do it. Be fair.
All right.
Sven's a team player.
Still hits.
Still hits? Okay.
Still hits.
All right. 5 damage.
Jax, sorry, you're still sleeping, friend. It's the whip's go again. It's gonna strike out once at Vim, and miss, and then strike once at Kazara, and miss, because apparently now he's not allowed to hit things after nearly killing 3 of you. And then it's Kazara's go.
I'm gonna hit this guy with my quarterstaff. Can I do that?
You absolutely may. You hit
Ooh.
for no damage.
Eh.
Because...
I tried.
Okay. And then as buyers go, buyer turns around and takes what looks to be the last of the red mushrooms that were growing on him, pulls it off of him, slams it into Jack's mouth, and closes it shut. And these are healing potions. And will heal you for 7 points of damage, Jax. You are now awake and able to act on your next go. Vim.
Sorry, I got brought some heaven in a bowl here.
Weed?
He's still standing up. I'm gonna stab him.
Yeah, he's still
how much
standing.
fun D&D would be if we were all just like
Super baked. Yeah, absolutely.
super baked.
I'll just be rolling around the floor.
I would not remember
I would
any
fall
of this
asleep.
game. I'd be like, what are we doing again?
I would just pass out. All right. Stabby rip stab stab.
You hit
Aha!
for 5.
I pierced him. I'm gonna pierce him again.
With the maths. All right, one more time.
Mm-hmm.
4 more. He's looking really bad. But 2 more cuts. You guys are going to eat healthy tonight. Sven, it's your go.
All right. I'm almost there. Oh, wait, I am there. So that's wait. Oh no, that's just Vim's name on a dead fish. Okay, good. Can I step onto the fish dead body?
You may.
I will. And then I will finally, I have arrived. Got my rapier and my shield and run him through, supposedly.
Okay.
Oh, dope. But
Dope! -4. Or -1d4. Okay, you still hit, because it would have been a 17 or 18.
lucky. Ah,
How do you want to do this?
I want to make a fish. I'm gonna make a fish kebab.
You go through. You bring your rapier back, and he's just like screaming at you in this like horrible, sort of like fish language, right? And you go straight into his mouth with it, and there's this horrible as he falls to the ground and seems to be done.
Took me a while to get there.
This fish will not fucking die.
Looks like he's
He was the boss.
dead now.
Barely dead to me.
Good job, team.
Go team.
Is everyone all right?
I believe so. I think I'm sort of crouching on the ground. I tried to whack this guy with my quarterstaff, and it didn't go well.
I always have trouble whacking off as well.
No, you don't.
Speak for yourself.
Let's have a sit. Take a huge sit on the ground and
I'll take a little powwow.
Is everyone stable?
Fire.
yeah, are we okay?
We are well. How are you?
Do we have the little health bars? Because I haven't been paying attention to that.
You don't unless you chose to use them. You have to fill that stuff in yourself, and we'll do a little debrief after game tonight anyways, and we can talk through any questions about that stuff you guys have.
Okay, yeah, because I have numbers in mind, but no little bar.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I'm dumb. I don't know.
All right,
I can
team.
just ignore that.
The bubbling subsides in the pool. It seems like the vines are no longer actively trying to attack you. What do you do?
The lady said that, or the voice said it was the Queen of Vines. That's your enemy, Briar.
Yes, that is our enemy. We it was her agents who stole me, and her agents who drove our people away.
Are we safe now?
Or do we have the Queen of Vines to tend with now, or are we able to pass through to the center of the island?
We believe this is the Queen of Vines.
The island is the Queen of
The
Vines?
island itself.
That we believe that to be the case now.
Good. Well, okay. I still propose that we take a moment to rest. What I'm suggesting in character is doing a short rest to try and recuperate wounds naturally. Are we all fully healed? Or are we just stabilized?
I feel like some of us are fucked up still.
I'm alive.
Yeah, so if we do a short rest, I have something that could help us as well. But we'll have to hunker down here. So I don't know if it's, I can't tell if it's safe here. Are we able to even sit down with all these branches rolling around us?
It's super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And they still kind of squirm.
Burn the branches away for us to sit down and rest. Is that possible?
It could be. What do you have left that's burning that could do it?
I think I still can do create bonfire. That's a cantrip.
Yeah, do it.
Nice. Yeah, just use that over and over again.
Yeah, so you're able to make every 5 points of damage as a 5-foot square, essentially. So over time, you're able to create a little area for you guys to sit and not have a bunch of vines. And the way a short rest works is, in this case, it doesn't. No matter how long you rest, it doesn't feel like you're getting any rest. There's something about where you are, whether it be in the Feywild or specifically here, that it feels like you just can't seem to get into a place where you can spend a little time to heal.
Oh.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Well, at least stay a while, everyone, and listen. I have a small tale to tell over the course of 10 minutes. Never in my life have I seen such a small group of people come together so abruptly in such a fashion when in the middle of nowhere and pull together like we have and slay giant toads as we have and get eaten by giant toads and then jump out of them and then kill fish people like we have. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I myself am inspired by your camaraderie and teamwork. And I use my inspiring leader feat to, well, you'll tell us if it works, but I'm supposedly going to grant us temporary hit points.
Yes, how many?
4.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely... is it normally over a short rest?
Yeah, no, it's just 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it totally works. Yep.
Nice. Okay.
He goes on this oration about how great he thinks you all are and how, yeah, what you heard, except for 10 minutes. And afterwards...
I love it. I do this all the fucking time, so I just get it out.
You each have 4 more hit points that you can put in your temporary hit point box.
Okay.
Yep. And we can't do it again until short or long rest, so that's what we got now.
We believe we should look for the portal.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel as though we should look for the portal.
Yes, I'd really like to come home now.
All right.
Had about enough of this.
I agree too.
Invoke investigation to look around.
I invoke investigation! Yeah.
I feel pride as a bonus action.
Okay. So, as you guys start to walk around the island a little bit, there's actually a piece of, like, just a little bit of water right over here where there's some bubbling coming up, as if there's air coming out from somewhere.
Huh.
If there's another toad, I swear to God, Throg.
It's okay. I'm gonna go approach the bubbling water. What's all this? Oh my God. It's all the way over there.
It is quite far, isn't it? Are we able to freely move towards this
You may
bubbling-
freely move wherever you like. You are not in rounds. We're just narration right now. Yeah.
All right.
So should we do investigation or...
What is there to be discovered has been discovered on a 23. You see bubbles coming up from out of the water, as if oxygen is leaking out. Bubbles! Bubbles!
I'm going to get down and...
I have a drinking problem.
You're not supposed to inhale the water, Throg.
Just hold the breath.
Don't suck it. Swallow it.
I want to... Can I look underwater to see?
You may.
Okay. What do I... investigation or...
It's actually relatively clear water. You see 2 things. There's a large leather satchel at the bottom of the water, and where kind of the water, the island kind of cuts down pretty steeply here, and it goes down about 30 feet. And at the very bottom, you see the satchel, and just inside the island from it, like underwater, there's an underwater cave.
Do we have any good swimmers?
Not really.
I can't do shit, so no.
I guess I could do it, even though I don't really like water. But
Even though you don't like water, surprisingly, you're better at any of this physical stuff than all of us combined.
The cat is the best swimmer. I love it.
Right. The irony.
I reluctantly swim down.
Thank you.
Okay.
Jax.
DC 10 strength saving throw. You were able to swim down. Like I said, there's a nice leather satchel there, right?
Yeah.
If you want to grab that, you can.
Okay.
And that's easy enough to grab. But as you actually enter into the cave itself, there's some pressure coming back out at you. And at first it's relatively easy. You see a green glow at the other end of the cavern, and there's a shimmering there. And the closer you get, the heavier the current gets on you. And you get about halfway down the cave before you essentially get pushed and roll back out into the open water of the lake.
Goodness. What did you see, Jax?
I saw a light, and I got this satchel. And I open up the satchel?
You may open up the satchel.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. In the satchel itself, you see, 10 small aquamarines worth 10 gold points each.
Oh, right.
Oh. Treasure.
Well, I'm gonna write these down in here.
10 small
Marines,
aquamarines.
10 GP
10
each. And a sealed scroll case.
And the leather satchel itself.
And then, of course, the satchel itself.
Terrific. I've got it all.
I unfurl the scroll in front of everyone. Or can I? Oh, it's.
You may. So
Okay.
you open it up, and there's actually 2 scrolls wrapped up in there. As you read them, you read them without casting magic. One of them is a scroll of Fog Cloud, and one of them is a scroll of Entangle, which are 2 spells.
Huh.
Fog cloud.
Very useful.
And you can use scrolls instead of like a spell slot, right? Like can't you just
That is
Kazara,
correct.
You look different.
on top of
Dog.
what has happened to Kazara?
I have acquired a familiar of some kind.
Aw, puppy. Kazara, are you able to make any use of these? Or actually, perhaps, Jax, yourself. You
I'm having trouble doing a lot of things right now.
I
seem quite capable with magic. You're more than welcome to those.
I would love them, thank you.
How would I use them?
So
Well,
essentially, all you have to do is read them and cast them as an arcane magic user. We can get into the specific rules later, but should you want to cast them, you are essentially able to by making a check.
It's like extra spells.
Okay.
Yes.
On top
There's
of
spells
what
that you can
naturally-
cast one time, and then the magic is used up on the scroll, but does not take a spell slot to cast.
Okay. Well, but should I save? Should I save those? I guess for the proper time to use them.
yes.
would think. Okay.
Yeah.
I have them written down as loot, but for all intents and purposes,
Okay.
I'm just going to assume
Yeah.
that you're holding them.
Okay.
So they were.
Or if you don't ever want to use them, you can also sell them. They're worth something to someone, of course. If you end up holding on to them for a while and you don't really use them. So yeah, either use or they're money in paper form.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I missed the second one. I got the scroll of entanglement and
Fog cloud.
That's how I got it.
Yeah. What are you doing, kids?
All right. So you saw a light down there. You suppose it was the portal?
I'm not sure. I was sucked out right after that.
Something
Is
moved
there-
you.
Perhaps I should go check again? I don't know.
As long as you aren't
Sure.
in any danger.
It didn't seem dangerous. It just felt like a pain in the ass.
I would like to, if anybody wants to go down there and check, I would like to, if it's all possible, I'd like to look around the area to see if there's any way of turning off whatever it is that blew her back out.
Yeah, you can take a look around.
Is that investigation or perception?
It would be an investigation check. Yeah, as you scour the area a little bit, you head up over here, and there's one stone that looks kind of out of place. As you start fiddling with it, it literally pivots 180 degrees. And there's this...
Nice.
I mean, you don't know if it did anything yet, but
Are there still
it
bubbles
seemed like it
coming up?
pivot. There are still bubbles coming up.
I'd like to walk around the island to see if there are any other stones that look out of place that I can.
Nope, that was the one that you could find. Yep.
Okay. Does anybody want to go down and check to see if that did anything?
I could go. All right, I'll swim down again and check to see if anything's different.
Absolutely.
So I jump in and I swim down.
You don't doggy paddle, I would imagine.
No.
Kitty paddle.
Kitty paddle.
Okay. Yeah, and this time you can make it in quite easy. As you get up to where the green shimmer is, there's what almost seems like a bubble barrier, right? You can pass your hand through it, and on the other side it's dry, no water at all, air. And in the center is a large open, probably 30 foot across area with a stone circle in the center of it. Inside that stone circle, there's this kind of green pillar of energy that kind of tapers off at the top.
Can I go all the way through?
You can by yourself if you so choose.
Okay. Well, I swim back to the top and hey everyone, I just found this stone circle and
A circle.
I found a what looks to be, I think, the portal. It can transfer us to another area. It transfers us to a stone circle, and there's a green pillar of light. I think we should go investigate.
That sounds like a fairy portal to me. A stone circle? Beneath the water, of course.
But it must be here for a reason. We must be here to go through this portal, right?
I hate getting wet.
I don't.
Heyo.
Okay. No comment.
Perhaps we should give it a shot, guys?
I trust your judgment. I will put my head in the portal.
We will follow you wherever you go.
Right.
We believe home is on the other side of that portal. You're quite excited.
Absolutely, I'm ready to look.
Okay.
All right. So you guys all dive down into the water, and you're all able to very easily swim. You're not super strong. You are taxed by the time you get in there, but you're able to pass through what is that bubble barrier into dryish land. It's still kind of, wet because it's underwater. And that stone circle, there's some water in it there. It's not deep. It's just maybe ankle deep water, and out of it is this shimmering green, bubblish pillar of energy.
What if we were just to step into that pillar of energy?
That's probably it.
I'm going to step into that pillar of energy. It has to be better than where we are now. It's got to
But
take
I
us
would
somewhere
check
else.
it out first.
Can I look? Can I take a look at it and investigate it?
You can do it. Yeah.
To your untrained magical eye, it looks like a giant green pillar of energy.
It's a giant green pillar of energy. Everybody.
Can I do like, I guess, maybe like an Arcana?
Arcana check would be
Ah.
perfect. Yes.
So
Our
I,
bard. Oh, crap.
Fucking Bard pulling it out of her butt. Yeah.
Let's
So
go back.
you're like, I've heard of this. Yeah, this is a portal from the Feywild. It's going to take us to somewhere on the material plane. Hopefully it's going to take us to where Bayer lives, or maybe where we live. Who knows? But you know it goes somewhere that's not the Feywild. Absolutely 100%. This is a fairy portal that leads
this
to...
is gonna take us out, guys. We should take it.
Here's the thing. You also know it's one way.
Oh. It's one way, guys.
But we
We
want to
take
be
this
on the
portal,
material
we can't go.
plane.
I don't think I want to come
But
back.
what about Briar? We haven't. What's gonna happen to him?
I will go with you.
Well,
Do you
I
think
can't
we
turn
can just
down
go?
no.
Oh, we will, on the other side of this, I am told, is our home. And so from there we will be able to get you home.
Well, I accept your offer to accompany us. Absolutely.
Yes, completely.
Excellent. Shall we?
All right.
We
Let's
shall.
Are we
All
all
right.
finished with our business here?
I hope so.
All right. Then. Take one final look around at the fairy world, and is there like a flower or any sort of flora around?
Near in the cave is a bunch of rocks, a little moss over there.
I would love to take a souvenir of some kind.
Yeah.
There's some moss, some rocks.
So,
I have my life, and that's enough for me.
Particularly attractive rocks.
Oh, you find one you like, okay, yeah.
All right, sure.
It's a rock, yeah. There's one that reminds you of what looks like a porcelain mask in rough relief.
Huh. So no, there's rocks, but there's no
Rocks and
flowers,
moss.
right?
You're in a cave, yeah.
Yeah,
No
that makes
flowers in a
sense.
cave, yeah.
Oh, I pick up some moss.
Chia pet, if you will.
Chia.
Mm.
All right, so you're all going through the portal, yeah?
I'm going.
yes.
No, yeah.
I want to get
I'm
the fuck
done.
out of here.
I'm going last.
This world has been nothing but trouble for us. We've nearly died so many times.
All right, so
That's true.
one by one you enter the green light of the portal, and although it doesn't feel like you went anywhere special, it's no longer cool and crisp or where you are right now. It is humid and heavy, and the air assaults you with its oppressiveness. You think you're in a jungle, but as you try to get your bearings, a humanoid lizard creature starts running past you, shrieking in pain. Ah! And there's terror in its eyes, and it's missing an arm, and it's clutching at its bloody stump. And there's shouts of more angry Crichton creatures running out of the bushes past you. One by one, these lizards just go past you. All around you is this heavy jungle, thick with foliage and countless vines, and through the din you hear a single solemn voice say, "We don't think this is the land of the tall pines."
No.
And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Oh, very awesome. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you, everyone who stopped by to watch tonight. This was the first episode of Heart of Darkness, which is our new D&D campaign. We have another one on Saturdays at 4:30 as well. This is a group of new players, and for the most part, we've got one veteran with us and one kind of newish, and then two first game ever. And so they're learning as we go, and they're doing a great job. I'm really happy with them. So I want you guys to thank Kimages and Noah and Thanrand and well, I just lost her name, the Nancy Druid, all of whom stream, except Noah, you don't actually stream, but the other three
he
are...
does.
Oh, do you? I didn't know that. Okay, am I following you? I should be following you. All of us are active streamers on Twitch, so if you're following one of us, you should follow all of us. You'll see me mention all of them repeatedly on my Twitter. Thanks again, guys. We'll be back next Friday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. See ya. Oh.